bitch, I'm on the rail. I wrap it, I bag it, I pack it for sale. Got feeling on speed out, I hit me to chill. I give it a thrill, I put it on film. Niggas facade get applaud, that ain't real. Come to my section and flex, we can tell. I got a show where she dipping them nails. I'm flipping my L's, I know they can tell. I did it too major, they hit me for favors. Been him since the cable was cut in the cradle. What's up, only right that I do it. Colossal until I'm a boss, so they want me to fail. Look, we prevail. Tell them to point out who said it, they run it. Bitch, I'm on your tail. Know that they talking, they telling them tales. Just know how to tell, that shit for the sale. Yeah. Hey, they talk like they got it, but they need to stop it. I'm leading with logic, my heartbeat is frosted. I seen it, got optics, I need it from Shawty. She mean with the top and it's obvious. They need him a target, I'm dodging their darts, make 'em reach for the stars. I'm dumping, I'm forcing the pun off the runs. I'm moving with caution, I'm saucing my nigga is nothing. From nothing to something they'll never be. Tycoon and I'm Jay with the thizzle face. I'm nothing my section has ever seen. Run the ice so I'm touch, I don't need a screen. I'm Curry, I spit shit from 30 deep. Do the pin in the pad like a surgery. She been curving you just to flirt with me. Toolie tucked off, but the jewels out. I just in a home with a full mouth. I'm a rare breed when the moon out. I'ma stop playing by the rules now. I been ran plays, need a new route. Queen said she needs space in a new house. Mom told me that she pray for the kid every day. No wonder I'm getting paid for the tunes now. They bang on their ass, bitch, I'm on the rail. I wrap it, I bag it, I pack it for sale. Got feet on speed out, I hit me to chill. I give it a thrill, I put it on. Niggas facade get applaud, that ain't real. Come to my section and flex, we can tell. Niggas really outside with it. Roll with it. Roll with it. Roll with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It is Friday. You know how we get down on Friday. It is so good to be here, man, with you guys. Today is a special day. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what weekend it is, right? So many of us forget about it. So many of us have don't celebrate it. So many of us have been disrespected on such a high level when it comes to days like this, because we all deserve to enjoy the day like this. So I wanted to say to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. And I know it's on Sunday, but we need to celebrate fathers every day, ladies and gentlemen. Every day fathers need to be celebrated. But before we get the show started, a lot of people out there, fathers did not make it this year. Maybe a passed away from something. Maybe they didn't make it. Maybe anything could have happened. And so before we even get this show started, before we even get into the sanctuary, I definitely want to, because I have a big brother backstage that his father's not going to be here for Father's Day, man. I want him to know that my prayers and my love and everything that I have in me today is to be here for my brother. And so many other men and women like him that have had great fathers, great inspirations in their life, and they're no longer here to enjoy those moments. So what I want to do is I'm gonna take myself out. And I want to have 30 seconds, guys, 30 seconds, a moment of silence for all the fathers who are no longer with us. If you can go ahead and put a 1 in the chat, let me know that you're in cahoots with me and having this moment of silence. If you're just coming in, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Please share this video with everyone else. This is going to be an important video, uplifting Black fathers tonight. But again, back to what I was saying. I want to have a 30 second. Matter of fact, we're gonna do a 1 minute. I think 1 minute is sufficient. All right, 1 minute. I want everybody to have time to reflect on the fathers that they no longer have. All right. So I'm gonna back out for a minute. I'm gonna put the screen back up, and we're gonna go down in prayer. If you pray, if you don't, bow your head, or whatever you do, to whoever you do it with, to. Please join us in a 1 minute moment of silence. Here we go. All right. I want to thank you guys for that moment of silence for those who have lost their fathers and those who fathers are no longer with us. I know this is a hard weekend for some ladies, hard weekend for some men. And so we just want you to know here, Black Man Unfiltered, a network, that we're thinking about you, that we're praying for you, that you are in our thoughts. And we pray that this weekend goes smoothly for you. And that if you need anybody to talk to, you can email me at blackmanunfiltered@gmail.com, and reach out to me and we can talk. If you feel in some type of way, we definitely can have a conversation. I am here for my brother. I am here for my sister. No matter, what we dangle about, no matter what we headbutt about, it comes a moment where we all have to come together. And this is one of those moments, because so many things happen on these holidays. So many things happen on these holidays. So to the men and women who no longer have their father, our hearts go out to you from Black Men Unfiltered Network, also from Sir Health Speaks Network, from Unsolicited to Security Boss, SB Nation Network, and so on and so many. Genesis, Chastity, on behalf of all the great content creators, on behalf of the moderators, Jenny, thank you for being here as well. And thank you for being always being, someone we can rely on. So thank you so much for being here tonight. I also seen Vaughn Bryant in the building. Vaughn, thank you for being here tonight and moderating and taking care of the chat. All right, we're going to go ahead, admin, and go to the sanctuary tonight. We got to get y'all sanctuary people up here. Convo Chill with Tommy B is in the building tonight. Tommy B so happy he can't hide it because something spectacular happened last night. Yeah, the Golden State Warriors came in. Oh, they showed out and showed what they were about. So congratulations to the Golden State Warriors on Steph Curry's 4th championship and first MVP of the finals. All right. Let's see who else we have. We got the 5100 podcast in the building tonight. Man, it's so good to see you, man. If you want to come up, just hit me up on the DMs, man. I'll see you the link, brother. All right. I know Combo is still chilling. So Anthony Holly, thank you for being here tonight. I see my boy Dante McCray is in the building tonight, man. Hey, listen, Dante McCray is one of the hosts of the sports show on the Black Man Unfiltered Network, the 1-in-1 Sports Show. They're on every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, guys, give those guys a look on every Wednesday, along with Mandrell, Unapologetic with Mandrell and Shushu, also on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time as well. All right. Check those guys out. They have some great content. They're killing it with the sports game, and Mandrell's bringing that heat every Wednesday at 8:30 as well. If you guys haven't been watching it, you're missing something. All right. Let's see here. Again, thank you, Jenny. We got Hink75 in the building. We can't do a show without Uncle Hink in the building tonight. Uncle Hink is here tonight. All right, we have Dorian in the building tonight. I think that's how we pronounce her name. If I'm wrong, just tell me in the chat I'm wrong, and I'll try to figure it out. But Dorian, we thank you for being here tonight as well. We got 100 watts in the building tonight, not 70, not 60, but he wants your bill to be high. 100 watts is in the building tonight, man. Thank you for being here tonight and sharing with this show. I have 21 people watching right now, 21 people watching and 13 likes. Let's get those likes up before we start this show tonight. You know how we get down. Let's get those likes up. Come on, help your boy out. All right. Help your boy out. Help your boy out. All right. So you know how I do it every Friday, every Tuesday, every time I get on here. I always have to bring my guys up, man, because they mean a lot to me, man. These guys mean a lot to me, and I want to definitely make sure we get these guys a nice intro when they come in here, especially when the ladies come too. I have one for them too, but especially for the guys, man. All right, we got to appreciate the fathers. We got to appreciate the men who are stepping up, being fathers to children who no longer have their father. By way of being deceased or by way of being incarcerated. And so we want to make sure we celebrate those guys as well. All right. 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 Also, Mr. Bennett, man, I appreciate you early, brother. You stepping out early tonight. All right, Mr. Bennett. I see you, Mr. Bennett. We want to thank Mr. Bennett for that $19.99 super chat. Man, I appreciate you, Mr. Bennett, man, for always rocking with me, man. Always rocking with me, man. I appreciate you so much, man. All right. All right. All right. Now, who am I going to give Mr. Bennett tonight? Because I know Mr. Bennett, I got a new one for you tonight, Mr. Bennett. I ain't going to give it to you right now. I'm going to wait till later on. But I'm going to give you somebody. Let's see who I can give you. Let's see. Let me pick somebody here. I'm going to give you the computer guy, the IT guy. Here we go.
Whoa, that money clip us now, the new now looks like. Whoa, upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like. Whoa.
All right, man. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, Mr. Bennett, for always being here, man. Always rocking with me, man. Supporting me, man, since you started coming over. So I really, really appreciate you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get these guys in here, man. Let's get this panel up in here for tonight. All right, give me just a second. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. First I want to bring up Mr. Bennett. He's in the building tonight. Let's give it up for Mr. Bennett. What's going on, Mr. Bennett? How you doing, man?
I am well. You see, I'm wearing blue for the Warriors, and I wear my Celtic green tonight. So
I can't hear you. Your mic. I think your mic's off.
what is it? Let me see if I'm mic.
There you go.
Is that better?
Yep.
Okay. I was on the wireless earlier. Now I'm saying I'm rocking the blue tonight in support of the team from San Francisco. So congratulations.
You petty. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to see Mr. Lil Podcast, big old head, come up on his camera. But here we go. Mr. Lil Podcast is in the building tonight.
What up, broski?
What's going on, my guy? What's going on?
Man, still getting ready, bro, but I'm definitely going to cam up tonight.
Absolutely. Hey, man, we can't forget about 100. CJ is in the building tonight. Let's give it up.
What's going on? How y'all doing?
What's going on, my guy? Hey, listen, I got Big Bro in the building tonight. He just put his glasses on because he want to be able to see what he going to give y'all tonight. Let's give it up for yours truly, the man with a plan, the music changing for him, Mandrell. Ladies and gentlemen. Mandrell's in the building tonight. What's going on, my
guy? What's up?
All right, what's going on, Mr. Bennett? Your mic was fucking up because the Warriors got at you, didn't they?
They did.
Sorry, man. Hey, I tried to support you. Tommy B went on like 3 different simulcasts, like 3 different platforms last. He was on 2 different YouTube channels. He was on Twitch, all at the same time.
Man, all right, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, I gotta get my boy in here. Y'all know him. I call him Unk. Y'all call him Unk. I call him Hinkalink. Hinkalink is in the building tonight. My guy, let's go. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing tonight?
Yeah, doing well, sir. Good
fantastic, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All good, bro. All good.
Hey, thank y'all for being here, man. We about to have a hell of a show tonight, brother. And because it's something that we got to talk about, man. We're not celebrating, but over here, Black Man Unfiltered Network, we're going to celebrate the fathers tonight. All right. So, man, how y'all been doing, man? How y'all, Hink, what's been going on with your brother? Talk to me.
Man, just got back from my son's high school summer league. Been playing. So just came back from that, just rode in. And, the blessing that we was able to have is that my dad was able to make it to the game today. So, he was out there supporting his grandson. So it's a beautiful thing, even though, me and my father didn't always have the best relationship. But we'll talk more about that, throughout the show, I'm sure.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And thank you for being open to sharing that as well. I really appreciate that. All right, man. A Zen Master, my boy, my brother, Mandrell, what you got going on, man? How was your day, man? Since the last time I seen you, how you been, bro?
All right.
You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good, man. I want to just check your welfare, brother. Check your welfare. 5100. CJ's in the building tonight. CJ, how are you tonight, my guy?
Man, I'm good, man. Finally bounced back from COVID, man. It was bad over here, man.
Man, you didn't give it to nobody else, did you?
Oh no, I've been in the house, bro.
Oh, okay. Man, you had the worst parts of it. Did you just had like the mild, maybe?
It was the headache, slight pain a little bit, and like chills. That was pretty much it.
Oh, okay, brother. Well, I'm glad you're doing good, bro. And thank you for being here tonight, man, and coming out on the other side of it, man. So many people didn't come out on the other side of that, brother. So thank you, man, for being here, man.
Well, the God I pray to wasn't gonna let that happen, man.
I know that's right, brother. I know that's right. All right, man. Not big, not medium, but Lil Podcast in the building tonight. Lil Podcast. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Oh, yeah. See, there you go. I think that's him right there. He about to hurry up before I get him. Lil Podcast, you there?
Nope.
Yeah, he had a box of Jergens come in today.
Ooh.
So I think he
on that dial up.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, my thing is this. I mean, why this is so unprofessional? Why didn't he get done what he needed to get done before the broadcast? I mean, he knew what time he was going on. He knew he was going to be on the show. This is why I kick niggas like this off my show. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be on mine. No, you didn't. You come up. Yeah, I ain't cam up yet. Why? Why you ain't cammed up? You know what time you gonna be here? Podcast. Look, see, that's why you can't trust niggas for shit.
Damn, Mandrell.
Oh man, Mandrell, man.
I'm talking all this, and he don't even know what I'm saying.
He don't
That's
even know
the saddest part about this whole thing. If he's not too lazy to go back and watch the recast, then he'll know it.
Damn.
Mandrell, like, look, all this.
I don't like it. If you don't hold, I don't like it. I don't. No, it's not even hold it. It's just it happens, and I don't like it when other people are late. If you're 15 minutes, if you're on time, you're late. If you're 15 minutes early, then you're on time.
Right.
I don't like it. It's time to go in the air. You're holding back the show because you got to wait on you.
You got them Tom Coughlin rules, don't you?
The weak link.
Tom Coughlin.
I mean, my thing is, when are people like that? Man. I'm just saying, listen, when are you gonna be? Ain't you tired of being the caboose? Always bringing up the rear, smelling everybody else's asshole.
Oh damn!
Yeah, he brings it up the rear.
When you get tired of that? See, don't you get tired of smelling?
Yeah, this the officer and the gentleman treatment, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying, you would think that at some point in time you get tired of smelling shit. You're behind everybody else, smelling everybody else's asshole. But no, you know.
He wants your DOR.
He wants your DOR.
Hey, man, he's trying to be fashionably late.
I'm sorry. I mean, you know.
You might want to be fashionably late.
That's no such thing as that for men. That's for girls.
Okay. I feel.
All right, man. Well, listen, man, we're going to have a show tonight, man. Listen, bro, y'all see what the title of the show is tonight, man. The title of the show tonight, I know it's going to make some people mad. It's okay. They're going to be okay. We've been talking about fathers for the last few days. They're going to be all right. I think they're going to be all right. What y'all think, man?
I'm Black Man. I don't know how it could be bad no better than the last 2 Fridays we've been having.
Man, last 2 Fridays we've been
last 2 Fridays been rough on them. So I mean, is it first three Fridays in a row? Man, they might start dropping off now.
Man, hey guys, listen. I want to show y'all something real quick. Give me just a second. Hold on, just a second. We want to pause for just a second, guys. Hold on, just a second.
Well, that's gonna give Mandrell, the Zen Master, more time to rail up on little podcasts.
Yeah. Hold on. Here we go.
Do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. Ludacris going in.
Yes, sir.
God damn it.
Yes, sir. Y'all heard it.
Call me what you want, but make sure you call me champ. God damn it.
Yeah, the champ is here. The champ is here.
Well, where'd he go then?
Hey, you know what? Listen, let me tell you what happened. We ran through Dallas.
You feel me?
We ran through Memphis.
Ran through
Ran through the South.
Hold on. Y'all ain't just run through Memphis. Y'all can chill with
ran
that.
Through him.
You ain't just ran through him.
Ran through him.
My boy got hurt.
Now hold on now. Because my daughter, man, she's 11. She's a John Morant fan. She love him. And she said, Dad, he got hurt. That's why he lost. I said, baby, y'all was down by 38 before he got hurt.
You feel me?
How many y'all win in?
Huh? He was down 38 before he got hurt.
I'm asking a question.
What's the question?
What was the series? What was the series? It was How many games y'all lose? Also, it took y'all 6 to beat us.
It was
without
us over them.
Okay.
It was us over them. The nigga missed one game.
We'll see.
I just love the excuses.
Is that Catino Mobley at the bottom left hand? Is that man like Catino Mobley in there? I had to distract you, bro. I had to distract you from the facts, bro. I had to distract you from the facts. Hey, Steph did his thing, though, man. Steph did his thing, bro.
Hey, man, Steph, bro.
Nah, fuck that. Draymond did his thing. I ain't heard a goddamn thing about Draymond.
Come on.
Yeah, almost.
You know what? Let me tell you what's gonna happen, bro.
Game 6.
I think Golden State, bro. I think Golden State is gonna run it back next year, bro.
Hey.
Nah.
Blake,
and listen, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen the day that Steph Curry get more rings than LeBron. Man, listen, bro.
You gotta get some more Finals MVPs before you get to talking about that, though. That's just the truth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I'm telling y'all right, boy. Hey, boy, Steph showed up and showed out, boy.
That thing was going crazy last night, boy. The ding,
ding. Mine too. I call your boy. I say, E-Man, hit your boy right now.
Hey, man,
hit your boy up.
Just make that Cash App do that sound that I like. Just make it do that little sound that I like.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us tonight to talk about the fathers as well. All right, suited and booted. Last time I saw this man, he came on my platform and he apologized and he sang to the ladies. He sung Anita Baker's I Apologize. So I want to bring him in tonight, the songstress of tonight. Give it up for yours true. CTL is in the building tonight. Give it up for Chaotic Truth.
I apologize. Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, don't sing to us now. We.
Yeah, I know, not to you niggas.
That's what.
Obviously not, right?
You got a screen full of hard ankles. He started doing that.
Yeah.
A screen full of hard ankles.
Hard ankles.
Oh my God!
I think this is gonna be the first conversation where I'm very quiet because I have no children. So.
I'm gonna ask some questions that you'll be able to answer, man, because you have a father as well. So guys, I do want to go around the bend here, man, because a lot of people out there right now saying they celebrating fathers, but man, I didn't have a good relationship with my dad, right? And so what I want to talk to the fellas about first. The first question I have is, how was your relationship with your dad? And if it was not a good relationship, let us know. I mean, give us some tidbits on what y'all went through and if y'all came out on the other side of it, or you didn't, or you still working through it. But just, let the audience know, what it is that y'all, that what's going on with you guys and your dad. So I'll start with Mr. Bennett first. Mr. Bennett, how was your relationship with your dad? If you did go through something, how did you get through it? If you didn't go through something, talk about your relationship, man. Mr. Bennett, you can go first. He froze up on us. Oh, there he is. Go ahead.
Oh, well, can you guys hear me?
Okay, yeah, we can now. You had went out for a little bit.
Okay. Honestly, I didn't establish a relationship with my father until about 14 years old. My parents, they basically split up after I was born. And so he came into my life as an emergency because my mom, she was having her own problems. And my oldest sister, she basically had to intervene and pick my father up out of his stupor to say, look, you have a son, he's in peril, and you need to take care of him. And it so happened with all of my siblings, it was a similar story in that my dad came in later to take care of them so in their teen and early adult years. So same thing happened for me also. And so it was obviously coming from the energy that my mom was giving me. I came from a very feminine back when the security boss was talking earlier about, husbands and what
you breaking up pretty bad, Mr. Mr. Bennett. Yeah, you breaking up pretty bad. You may want to go out and come back in.
My dad was definitely okay. All right, let me sign. All right, we'll do.
Okay. So Hank, I know you elaborated on a little bit a few minutes ago, but tell us about your relationship with your dad and how did y'all get through it if it wasn't a good one?
it was rough. So when my mom and my father divorced when I was about 10 years old. So when they did that, you know, he moved on, and then he eventually ended up getting remarried. And once he got remarried, he just seemed like he just totally forgot about us. The only time we knew he still was alive because we got that child support check every week. So that's the only time we really, had any idea that he was still amongst the land of the living. It wasn't until probably about 5 years later, I ended up staying with him for about a year, but that didn't last long because, like I said, our relationship was already fractured by then. So I stayed with him for about a year. He took me in because my mom just couldn't handle me no more. So he went about a year, and then he ended up pawning me off to my grandmother, his mother. And so we ended up staying with my grandmother for about 3 years until I became an adult and went off to college, of course. But it just wasn't the best. But it wasn't until probably when I, graduated from college and he started coming around. I started to hear from him. He, writing me letters while I was up there. So, he made an attempt to, rekindle our relationship or try to develop a relationship. And, that it was okay doing that, but it was still strained. It was like real shallow, the conversation. It was like, wasn't nothing in depth. It wasn't nowhere near where it was when I was, when he was still in my life, when him and my mother was married. So it wasn't the same, but it wasn't until really I really forgave him when his wife died. And once she died and passed on, I could see the change. He really started to try to develop a relationship with me more, and started, develop a relationship with his granddaughter, which is my daughter, and my son. So, and I had to have a conversation with him. I said, look, I don't need you to be a father now. That's not what I need. I said, I just want you to be the best grandfather you could be. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I can ask for. And ever since I had that conversation when he I told him I forgive him, I love him, all is well, saying I don't need anything. I don't want to come to ask you for anything. Just be the best grandfather you can for my son and my daughter, like I said, when I had that conversation with him, it seemed like the relationship just dramatically changed. And now, he's at all my son's basketball games, even one out of state. He goes, I let him know, hey, your grandson's got a game out of state. He's coming out there. He's driving 3 or 4 or 5 hours, staying the night in hotels, you know what I'm saying? And just to hang out, see his grandson play, visiting my granddaughter, which is his great granddaughter, and making sure she's good. She's got what she needs. Matter of fact, he even bought a policy for himself in order for her to be a beneficiary and slow beneficiary only. So I just thought that was a beautiful thing that he did that. He didn't have to do that, but he did that, and I could see the changes that he's made over a period of time. And the only thing I could do was just appreciate that,
So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that you went. It was kind of bad growing up, right? He left you early.
Yeah,
you had some resentment.
8 years old, yes, sir.
Yeah, you had some resentment.
Yeah.
And so, can you say here now that you have, for those who out there are dealing with the same thing that you dealt with, can you say now that you have forgiven your father?
It took some time. I mean, it definitely wasn't an overnight process. So you talking about a 6-year span where only time we heard from you, like I said, getting that child support check. Other than that, we didn't hear nothing from you. You know what I'm saying? We didn't realize you got married until, my cousin called me for a family reunion, and all of a sudden you were with some new one. Like, who's this chick? It's his new wife. Didn't know nothing about that. So, those are the different situations. But yeah, it took some time, man. It seriously took some time. And I had to have some hard talks with his brother, which is my uncle, to learn to forgive him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because his uncle my uncle was my barber, back in the day when he was alive. And so I would go every week and I would talk to him, and I would, and I would ask about him. That's the thing about it. Even though I was feeling some type of way and felt neglect, I would still ask about him and check up on him. And he said, man, I talk to your my brother all the time. I said, hey man, you need to talk to your kids, man. You need to make sure you have a relationship with kids, because some be here, you might need them, and you might be in a situation where you need them for medical reasons, financial reasons, or just for support. During the time when you may fall ill or anything like that. And he said he would always get on about that all the time, but he said, yeah, I'm gonna do it, but never would do it. And I tell him, I said,
yeah, he froze up a little bit.
I froze up. I'm sorry.
No, you good. Go ahead, brother. Finish up.
Okay. Just it took some, like I said, it took some time, man. It took a lot of prayers, man, to do it. And it wasn't probably about 2016 where I even started going to therapy just to deal with the issues. Even though we started developing our relationship again, I still had to go to therapy about that, just for my whole childhood period, just because how it affected me. Just not having that father figure and seeing other guys' fathers around, and I was jealous. I used to be real jealous of my cousin, which is my uncle, and how involved he was with his sons and kids and doing things like that. And he really took me up under his wing and tried to make me feel like his son. But I'm not. Your brother is my father, not you. But he would always try to do certain things that involve me. And I would feel envious of my cousin because I seen that, man. He had everything I wanted as far as a relationship with my father, and I didn't. So,
well, man, and I want to thank you for sharing your story, man. Because so many people out there are hearing this right now, and they may be lost when it comes to, do I forgive? Do I not forgive? And I'm glad that you said it's not no overnight success. It takes a while, and even therapy, right? You say you're in therapy even to this day, right?
Yes, sir.
And so, so you're doing the work. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to Uncle Hink right now, Hink is telling you, yes, forgiveness is possible for those who have mistreated you or you felt mistreated by. It is possible for that person to change, and it's possible for you to accept the change and get that forgiveness, man. So thank you so much, Hink, man, for letting us, for sharing it with us, man. Now I want to bring up Chaotic Truth. Chaotic Truth, when it comes to your dad, man, what kind of relationship did you have with your father? Was it a good one? And if it was a bad one, did you guys make it through? Did you guys heal? What kind of relationship did you have?
Yeah, I mean, I was just with them today doing some yard work over at one of his properties. My dad is almost 90 years old, but it was pretty awesome, man. I mean, it wasn't, it wasn't like a friendship. Like I see a lot of people today, like they have friendships with their parents. It was really like the dynamic of a hierarchy. Like, okay, he taught me, how to do a lot of trades, like carpentry, electrical work. We done a lot. Like we used to do a lot of projects together. One of the last big projects we did was we built a stone patio, which took all summer a few years ago. So we've done a lot of projects together. Old school bare hands. We actually curried our own stone. Actually cut it, brought it back to the house, and we built a nice stone patio. So we've done a lot of stuff like that. But in terms of me going to him for advice on chicks back in the day, I didn't do that. In terms of me having heart to hearts, I didn't do that because my dad wasn't emotional like that, So, I didn't grow up like a lot of people in terms of like, oh, Dad, I need some advice, man. No, I didn't grow up like that. But with him being so old, he's real old school. But it was good, man. It was good. It was real great. I don't really have anything bad to say, because like I guess, well, a lot of females have told me that I lack I have no emotional intelligence. And they say it's partly because of the relationship they have with my dad. But I think that's what made men of that previous generation tougher, because men generally, in my opinion, shouldn't be emotional. So it carried over with me, but I don't not knock that, I guess. I really don't know what to say. I mean, it was a good relationship. I mean, it was a great relationship, I guess. I mean, it was just old school, hard nosed. I don't know, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, man, for sharing yours too, brother.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I already know what to say about it, but yeah, that's the best I can say about it. Yeah.
All right, let me bring my boy in here, Tommy B. Tommy B. When it comes to your father, man, hey, you put your dad behind you, bro. Cool beans, man. So you know, how was the relationship? I see right now you got a relationship with your dad, man. So how was it with you and your dad, bro?
Yeah, Pops are always solid individuals. You feel me? Every year, you feel me, on Father's Day.
Hey, get closer to your mic. We can't hear you a little bit.
Oh, my bad. Y'all got me?
Yeah, you good now. You good.
Yeah, Pops solid, man. You feel me? Always, you feel me? Anything I done went through in life, you feel me? He done laced me up. Like solid individual, you feel me? Like, he definitely got my work ethic from me. Definitely is my conscience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get to acting stupid. You feel me? He the one that, get me straight. We in a motorcycle club together. You feel me? So
okay.
We be on them things together. But nah, man, I tell people all the time, I ain't got that. You feel me? That little, you feel me? Wasn't no food stamping going on, none of that shit. You feel me? Like, we was always held down. We was solid. You feel me? Put us through the little private school thing till I fucked up and got kicked out. You feel me? But yeah, Pops was always there. Ain't no generational curse to get over here. You feel me? Grandpops was here, Pops was here, all my uncles. You feel me? That's what we do. We hold it down. So yeah, I ain't Pops is, always triple salute to Pops, OG. You feel me?
Absolutely, brother. Well, I appreciate you, Tommy B, man. Hey, man. Hey, so for everybody, man, that are fathers, man, happy Father's Day, man, to you, man, and happy Father's Day to your dad. I want to bring in, I want to let Mr. Bennett finish because right in the middle of he was cooking, and then the devil got him on that internet. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, man, and land your plane the way you want to land it, brother. I know you got
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're great now.
Awesome. Okay. Well, like I was saying, I really didn't have a relationship with my dad until about 13, 14 years old. Like I said, my parents, they had basically split shortly after I was born. And, my mom, she had her issues and whatnot. And just growing up with her those first few years, it was just very much similar to like the relationship that Security Boss was talking about on her previous show with the son husband kind of deal. And so when I got with my dad, it was definitely certainly a culture shock in terms of just the environment and his, as Chaotic was saying earlier, I think my dad was very similar to his in terms of not showing necessarily a lot of emotion. The only time he got emotional is when he would drink too much. And then you would hear a lot of, things that would come out of him. So, so again, we weren't, again, very similar, like we didn't talk about, if I had issues or problems or what have you, he had his philosophy in terms of how to, deal with the world. And sometimes I would listen, sometimes I wouldn't. But we really didn't get, I would say, tighter until it got to a point where I had to start taking care of him. So his last 10 years, I basically became, and I'm the youngest of 5. And, but for both of my parents, through circumstances, I became the primary caregiver for both of them. And I guess being in that role as a caretaker helped me to understand him a bit more about the responsibility that was involved. So it never mattered what my dad did or even the state that he was in, whether he was inebriated or not. He always worked. He always felt that, duty, responsibility. I got these kids. I got to make this money. I got to go to work. There were times where we tried to stop him from going to work because a lot of times he'd be inebriated. And he would still go. And, by the grace of God, he never got into an accident, never got pulled over for DUI, anything. But he just had this work ethic that no matter what he was in, he always, that's all he knew was working and providing. And so I guess I got some of that from him. And, But when I, had to start taking care of him and his affairs, looking over him, when he got, where he couldn't really take care of himself. And then I had to move him into another place. And, that process of getting him into, some housing. That's when I think I developed a stronger appreciation for who he was and what real responsibility was. And so, I would say our relationship was good towards the end, but it was more so when I became more, I wouldn't say not his peer, but when I became more, he kind of relied on me to do a lot of things for him. So again, a lot of decisions I would make, he would kind of go with my decisions. And so, we developed a relationship that was, I think, better. It's not like we spent a lot of time talking or having conversations. I think baseball was the only thing we probably had in common. He was a Mets fan and I was a Yankees fan. But outside of that, but again, overall, when he died back in 2018, and just looking back at all of that and the growth and development that I went through, having kids of my own, having 3 daughters of my own, the more and more I really appreciated, again, the example that he said, not necessarily the character example that he said, but certainly, like I said, in terms of his work ethic, in terms of providing for his family, he just felt really, really, firm about that, wanting to always provide. So as time went on, I appreciated him more. And then when I went back and I looked over his history when he died, I had to go and get some documentation for him and learn things about, again, we didn't have a detailed conversation about his background, his military career, just a lot of things, his upbringing, whatnot, but just going through getting some of that family history also made me appreciate him more, and just the time period that he grew up in and the sacrifices that he made and the things that he did for a lot of my other family members, helping them. Everyone's from the South. And he helped a lot of people come north. I mean, they were basically, when people were coming up looking for work, they would stay with my parents. And he was a big, gateway so that they could have a better future for themselves. So just a lot of things I learned in the process that made me appreciate him more. And at the end of the day, respect. My respect for him went up immensely, for what he did and what he sacrificed for us. So I would say when he died, we were in a good place.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bennett, man. I appreciate you, man, also telling your story, man. And listen, guys, I want to say this real quick. It ain't easy having conversations about your dad. The good is okay, but it's not easy talking about the good because you think about him if he's no longer here, or the bad when you think about everything you had to go through. So it's not easy for Black men. I want to talk about us tonight. It's not easy for men to, I'm going somewhere with this tonight, but it's not easy for men to have this conversation. It's not. And so I thank all the guys, man, again, for stepping in, man, and speaking about their fathers. I really do. And Sir Hill Speaks, I'm waiting on you to get here as well, brother. I sent you the link, man. You should have it. So thank you guys for being here, man. Now I want to bring in my guy, man, CJ, man, go ahead and tell us about the relationship that you have with your father, man.
Obviously, I had to switch the hat and let y'all know something right quick. But yeah, go on, look, Tommy B. Look at the screen, my boy. Yeah, I'm still representing. I don't care about that loss. We're gonna get you next year. But anyway,
you all these rings.
I'm gonna knock them just about you like Sonic. Bling, bling. Yeah, but
man.
As far as the relationship with my father, it's kind of like what Chaotic said, as far as the opposite of what he said, as far as his father wasn't his friend. It was more like my father is like my partner, you know what I'm saying? Because for the beginning parts of my life, he really went there. Him and my mama go back and forth on whether they were in a relationship or not. He says no, she says yes. So you know how they go. And he would be around for a while. And I remember one day, I was just asking about him, and he was gone. And my grandmother, his mother, explained to me, you know, like, cause if I don't know if y'all know about it, but it's a spot called Ridgecrest in Memphis. That's where Yo got it from or whatever. And you know, a lot of his friends were getting killed. I mean, I'm sorry, deleted. Oh, my bad. A lot of his friends were getting deleted, and he was dealing with the dope game and stuff like that. So it's like for him to survive, like he had to make a move, and he was also a real good basketball player. So he left to go play basketball in South Dakota, and you know he didn't take none of us with us. He tried to take me. My mama really wasn't for it. So our relationship was pretty much severed from that point on. And I remember, I used to be upset, man, because like you know I love basketball too. So that was kind of one of our connections, and I would hoop, and you know I would give dudes the business in my neighborhood. You feel me? And it's like it didn't matter because it was like I couldn't show him. You feel me? And when I got older, when I was about 15, I kept getting into fights, man. I had got down with the nation. I was doing everything you could be doing for a black boy to get deleted or put in jail. I was doing. You feel me? And my mama was like, "I can't handle you." And I remember she tried to whoop me, and she swung the belt, and I grabbed it and I snatched it out of her hand. I was like, "Nah, that's over with." And she was like, "Well, it's over with for you then. You're gonna get up out this house or whatever." You know what I'm saying? So I ended up moving up to Nebraska with him. And that 1 year with my pops changed my life because I got to live with him every day. And I got to see what it was to be a man. And I remember he told me, he was like, "Man, like I wish I could have been there for you. I wish our relationship would have been different because you've been deprived of so much." And I didn't realize how much I was deprived of, just the simple stuff I didn't understand, that he understood it like clockwork. You feel me? But we were cool, man. I ended up leaving because I didn't want to stay there. The month after I left, I ended up getting locked up, so that was not the smartest decision. You feel me? But today, going forward with my daughter, and you know, just what I go through, me and him talk all the time. We've talked about. I've actually done a podcast with him. I haven't put it out. I'm kind of, I don't know, but I did a podcast with him where we actually talked about the relationship, but how I felt about him not being there, how he felt about having to leave, and I told him, I understand you leaving, but I don't give it a pass. You know what I'm saying? I understand it, but I don't give it a pass. But it did help me to understand who he was better for him to explain his side. So today, our relationship, man, he come to the city. We're gonna pull up a drink. We're gonna chop it up. He gonna tell me about the junks he didn't knock down. He's still an old player, man. So like we sit down and chop it up like that, you feel me? But we don't have the typical relationship, but we went from not having one to having one. So I'm just grateful for that.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you for telling us your story. I definitely want to get Mandrell in here. Mandrell, what kind of relationship did you have with your father? Because you told me your story before. It was an amazing story, especially before you went to the military and after you got home. So how was your relationship with your father, man?
It was a good relationship, you know. It wasn't like, it's hard to describe because he was a man of very few words. You know what I'm saying? He didn't talk a lot, but he was the type of person when he spoke, everybody shut up and stop and listen. You know what I mean? He was just that kind of guy. You know, he was just that dude, I guess. All his siblings, you know what I'm saying, you know, relied on him, you know, not for financial gain or anything, but for advice and leadership and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So, you know, I wanted to get into knowing him like that. I always know him as my daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The kind of relationship CJ and his dad had.
Right.
I was looking forward to that after I got out the Army. I always known him as a child and as a teenager and as a young man, but I wouldn't know him as a man. You know what I'm saying? So when he died so suddenly, I actually felt robbed. You know what I'm saying? So love the guy to death. You know, very good man, my father. You know, tell me good life lessons and everything, but you know, he couldn't cook to save his life. If there was a flaw in him, I'd say it was that. It was that the man couldn't scramble eggs. They were disgusting. But I mean, I got nothing negative or no bad to say about him, to be honest. I mean, he was there. Whatever I need something, and I asked him for it. If if he felt like if it's something I needed, I always had it. No question about it. It was done. If it's something I wanted, it depends. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, he just wasn't gonna. He refused to spoil me, as he says. So I mean, that's pretty much it. There's not a lot to tell. Grew up with him every day. He was in the military. He got deployed a few times. We fought in the same war, but he fought in Desert Storm too, before me. But but this one, Iraqi Freedom and Enduring Freedom, he fought in that one too. He got deployed to was it New Orleans after Katrina? You know what I'm saying? We got to exchange a couple of stories about my experience over there, and in the desert and his everywhere else. I mean, we were close. There's nothing I couldn't talk to him about. I don't know what else to say.
So what branch of the military was he in?
He was in the Army.
Okay, so you basically followed in his footsteps, basically.
Reluctantly. I didn't want to, but I ended up doing exactly. You have no idea how much I used to tell people all the time, I'm not joining the Army. Yeah, and my cousin was like, yeah, you'll do it. You'll do it. No, I'm not. I'm never joining the Army. Granddaddy was in the Army. Daddy was in the Army. I'm not doing it. I'm going to do something different. Join the Army. Join the Army. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, but he always known to be a good man. Nothing else. Everybody who met, he never met a stranger, never met an enemy. So I mean, like the guy, he cast a big shadow. He was one of those dudes. He cast a huge shadow. One that I'm not sure if I stepped out of yet.
Wow. Well, I appreciate your story, man. And your dad was an amazing man. He fought for his country. And then you followed in his footsteps, man. So, even though you crazy as hell, you see I could just see that when you light up how you light up when you talk about your dad, man. So I appreciate your dad for who he was, and I appreciate him for having a son like you. And one day you're gonna have a son that you can be an influence over as well, man. So I appreciate you, Mandrell, for being here tonight.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
For sure.
Yeah, I wish everybody else had like for me, he was the bar.
Exactly.
That was the bar for me. I mean, so.
All right, man.
Hey, Black Man.
Huh?
I just wanted to say, like, real quick.
Okay.
The person that's like my father in my life, though, that I get my example from on a daily basis is my uncle. Like, that was the guy that been trucking for 30 years, still trucking, hopping out with them bad knees, doing what he got to do for his family, you know what I'm saying, and never make excuses and tells me no matter what I'm going through to push forward. So that is more who's like a father figure for me. So I want to say that.
All right, man. Appreciate that too as well, bro. All right, so we got a little podcast. You there?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. What kind of relationship did you have with your dad, brother?
Didn't really have one.
Tell us your story, brother.
My dad a dope fiend, bro. He still is to this day. Growing up, right, I had a stepdad, and that was all that mattered to me. When my stepdad was in my life, it was like some of the best times of my life, really, to be honest with you. Like genuine happiness times. And when him and my mom separated, I was really lost. I think I was around like 10, 11, right around that time, right like at 11. And I was just absolutely lost when he was gone. But this is what was so crazy. When my stepdad left, that's when I really felt the effect of not actually having my real father. Because now I'm wondering, who am I? Right? I had a little cousin that used to make fun of the fact that my stepdad wasn't my real dad. You know, kids can be evil, but we was living lovely. He was a firefighter. He had me everywhere, spending nights at the fire stations. You know, when the fires came, jumping down the pole, pause, riding on the truck, you know, blowing the horn, all that. It was a really good time, bro, for a few years in my adolescent years, or my pre-adolescent years, I should say. But once he was gone, yeah, it was tough, bro. Like I started ditching school a lot, going down to Cabrini Greens, trying to find my father and trying to find my father's people, because I had known that I had brothers and sisters, and I was sure I had cousins and aunties and uncles and all this other stuff too. And I spent a lot of years, like almost 5, really just looking for my dad. Just to see people who reminded me of him. And I would just walk up to them like, man, is your name Squirt? Nah, okay. Is your name Squirt? Nah, okay. And I did school a lot, bro. Just like after my stepfather was gone, then my cousin, who was more like a guiding figure, he died. Then my uncle, who was like a guiding figure, he moved to LA. So it was just like all the male role models I was having, they was leaving. You know what I'm saying? And even though my mom was like remarried real quick, that dude, like if I could see him today, I would apologize for my behavior because I gave him hell, but he just wasn't the one. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the one. So when I finally did meet my dad, I was 15. He came and got me. Man, my mom, of course, we had started getting into it. She was putting me out and all that. He came and got me from the police station. And then I saw the dope fiend for myself. I saw what everybody had been telling me about and was trying to get me to realize like I ain't missing nothing, even though I was. But I saw it for myself. And it was like in that moment, I got over it not having him. And my mom always asked me, man, why is it so easy for you to forgive him, but it's hard for you to forgive me for things? Well, because he a dope fiend. He don't make any qualms about it. He don't lie. He don't try to pretend and make excuses. He just accept who he is, and he don't try to be nothing else or pretend like it's nothing else other than that. Whereas mothers, on the other hand, a lot of time they just want to say, oh, I was young, or I was this, or it was a mistake, blah, 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 blah. They don't necessarily want to take accountability. But my dad did. He said, I ain't shit. And, you know, but when I found out my mom was the one who was keeping me away from him intentionally. So it wasn't like he wasn't trying at least to get me around my siblings and my grandma, my aunties, and all my other family. She was the one keeping me away from that side. She was basically casting aspersions against the whole side of the family for who he was. And not having my brothers and all that led to me being bullied a lot until I was about 15. And it was like right when I decided to not be bullied no more. That was when my dad came and got me. I met my brother. They was all gangbanging drug dealers. And then I turned into a thug. And so to this day, I was 15 then. So you're talking 30 years ago. He's still a dope fiend. You know what I'm saying? He's still doing the same thing, bro. Buried my youngest brother last year. He self-deleted. And I seen that it was really eating my father alive. You know what I'm saying? I had to bury his youngest son. But even that didn't stop him from being a dope fiend. You know what I'm saying? But even with all that, if I got the phone call right now that he wasn't here, I know I can just imagine the brokenness that I would feel, the reoccurring loss from what I felt when I was younger and he wasn't around. Because there's still a lot of questions that I would like to ask. Who was my grandfather? Who was my great-grandfather? What was my grandmama like? You know, but can't even have those conversations with him because half the time he just doped out. So, you know, that's one case. It's a lot of good dads out here. I'm a dad now. I try to do the best I can. I ain't perfect, but my kids rock with me and I rock with them. Thank you.
Man, bro. Man, keep your head up, brother. Hey, I'm much love to you, man. Thank you for your listen, man. I can't thank you guys enough for being so open and transparent tonight, bro. Like man, I really appreciate that. Somebody hearing that story right now in the morning or tonight will be able to to take another step forward because of what you said tonight, man. To see that you're still here, that you're a father yourself, that you turned your life around, man. Just to see you doing the work for yourself because you know where you came from, you know the lineage you came from, and you want better, man. Man, thank you, bro. Thank you for coming on tonight. Thank you for being the man that you are, brother. Much love to you, man. Love you, brother.
Love you too, bro.
All right, man. So I definitely want to get let's see here, man. All right, man. Scam like, how are you, man? How was your relationship with your father, bro? And thank you for being here tonight, man.
Thanks for having me on. It's just weird, like after hearing his story. My dad's birthday is May 3rd, and I went home. His birthday May 3rd, my sister May 6th, and it was Mother's Day. So I went home to Virginia, and I got my dad a plaque made, gold letters and everything for perfect attendance. Perfect attendance as a father, perfect attendance as a grandfather, perfect attendance just even as a person. There's never been a day in my life that I needed something or that he would never be there. If something happened right now in Tampa, he'd be here. He'd be here tomorrow, no question. And I don't know how I want to say it, but it's just a shame that the world has come to the point where podcasts or anybody else with that story, and then my story, almost like total opposites. Nobody cares about me. Nobody cares. People just don't care. And they expect what they expect and they want what they want. And it's not going to change. That's all I got right now.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it, brother. All right, man. Now, I definitely got my brother from another mother in the building tonight. Sir Hell Speaks is in the building tonight. We give it up for Sir Hell Speaks.
Yeah.
If you haven't subscribed to Sir Hell Speaks, please go and subscribe to his channel. Sir Hell Speaks, man, we're having a deep one tonight, brother. We're talking about the relationships with our fathers first, and then we're going to get into everything else. But we want to start here. I know that you lost your father, man. So, but I don't want to tell your story. You're here to tell your story. So, how was the relationship with your father up until then? And how are you dealing with his loss today?
Well, first of all, what's up, my brother Black Man Unfiltered? What's going on with you? Mr. Paul Bennett, CJ in the building. Hink 75, what's going on? I seen your little podcast. The president of the Dustosphere is in the building. Yeah, it's another person who I can't tell who that is, but shout out to you as well. Mandrell, what's up, my brother? Good to see everybody tonight. What's up to the chat? So I lost my dad at 5 years old, and I'm about to be 35 in about 2 months. And there was not a day in almost 30 years that I haven't thought about my dad. And there's one particular thing that I remember. When I was about 5 years old, now this was the time when the big wheels came out. I had a black and a lime green big wheel, and my dad would take us outside. If you guys know what I'm talking about, in the summertime you get those little freezy cups. You get a little styrofoam cup, pour the juice in there, put that into the freezer. So when it get hot, you take it outside of that freezer cup, flip it upside down, get a spoon. Good eating. So we would do that.
Yeah, we call those huckabooks.
Yep. So we'll do that, and then we'll get on our big wheels, and we lived in a court, so we have a lot of fun. And there was this particular time where we were in the basement up north. We got basements up there, and my dad started to wrestle me. I was 5 years old. He wrestled me, and he you know how, like, if you watch wrestling, how he pin you. My dad got on me and wouldn't let up. Now this dude, I'm up there 5 years old struggling, and he's on me, and I'm saying, Daddy, like, I can't get out, Dad. I'm I can't breathe, Daddy. It's tough, it's rough, and he didn't move. I had to fight my way from under him. The goal was for me to fight my way out from under that weight. Little did I know, my mother told me years later that as a child, he always called me the man child. And what he was doing was cultivating strength in me so that no matter what weight I was under, I had the confidence to overcome it. Right? So that's the lesson I've taken from my father, even at 5 years old, because I don't have a whole lot of memories. He passed away when I was 5. But the impact of what he did at that age created a level of confidence that it doesn't matter what I go through, I can overcome, I can get from under any kind of weight. And I appreciate my dad for that. So now that I'm a father, my goal is to take the best of what I learned from my dad in those short years and then take what I wish I had. Like I said this in another show, there's some days, honestly, where I wish I could hear my dad say, boy, I'm proud of you. Boy, listen, Negro, I'm proud of you, man. You're doing real good with yourself. There's some days I wish I had that. And so I take the best of my dad, what I know of him, and what I wish I had, not the things that I wish he gave me, but who I wish he was to me, and I give that to my kids. So that's my story. I use the loss as a way to make sure I love on my kids and make sure that they never have to experience that.
So let me ask, for those who watching right now and that's dealing with loss or dealing with their father in this season, because this is going to be very depressing or stressing for people who just lost their father or lost their father when they were a child, whatever the situation, what words of encouragement would you give them tonight for the people that have lost their fathers tonight, man?
The first one is you carry your dad in your heart. So that little voice in you, there's going to be times in your life where you at a roadblock or you've experienced something that you don't know how to figure out or get through. You will start to hear that voice that you can get through it. And for those of you who wanted to know what it would be like if your dad were here, what he would say to you, he would probably say he's proud of you. He would probably say you're doing a great job. So what you have to do is, number one, don't let people make you think that the pain will go away, because it doesn't. The pain, it doesn't go away. What you learn how to do is live with it and manage it. That's the first thing. The second thing is think about if he was here, what you would do to make him proud, and then use that as a motivation. When you do that, not only do you find motivation, but you keep his name and legacy alive, and you find comfort in that. Does that make sense? And I think that's how we honor the people who've gone on before us, is we live our life to make them proud as if they were here, even if they weren't. And then you take the stories that you have and you tell your kids about that. You tell as many people as you can about that, because great fathers, regardless of how long you have them, they make a significant impact on your life. And we keep those kind of men alive by talking about them and living our lives in such a way that we will want them to be proud. So be encouraged. Make your father's name great.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much, Sir. Hell Speaks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have some guests that came in. Let me bring everybody up. All right, here we go, man. All right. So, guys, listen, I just want to say, man, your stories were amazing. Thank you for telling your stories. We had Andre Terry come in. Thank you, Andre, for being here tonight. Hey, Andre, what do you have for us, man?
What's up, brothers? How everybody doing tonight? Appreciate you letting me on the platform, Black Man Unfiltered.
Absolutely, brother.
Talking about dad, like I put in the chat earlier, man. It's such a sensitive subject, like for many reasons, and so important. Because he is the household, he's the head of the household. Whether people want to admit it or not, you take your direction from your pop. And it's like when pop speak, everybody listen. My dad wasn't in my life when I was growing up. He was I wish I could say whatever drug he was, but I don't know. He was never really honest about it, even to this day. I'm in the same boat the other brother is in, where he still uses and he's not honest about it. And it's so bad to the point where my younger brother uses now. He's not using drugs, but using alcohol. And then he's starting to find other things to get into. Like I know he started smoking now. And my dad is a heavy smoker. I mean, this dude smokes like a chimney, man. Like we took him to a hookah bar one time, and you'd have thought a bull walked into the room because it was coming out his nose. It was coming out everywhere, man. He was, this is light work. Like he smoked probably like a pack a day. It's something crazy. But I love my dad through it all. My faith has grounded me. My shout out to my mom and my grandma, man. They if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't really know who the man I am, because they put me around men in the church. Like I had a best friend growing up. His pop, man, this dude was a stellar dude. Wake up 4 a.m, drive probably like an hour, 2 hours just to go to work. I mean, was consistent with it. Raised a great family. Just a loving man. Like he would pour his heart out to you, sit and give advice to you. Like I was chilling at their house, man. It was like heaven. Because I grew up in the hood. It was gunshots. It was all the nonsense that you get in the hood. But yeah, just staying in the word and staying around the word has taught me how to love my pop, in spite of him, like, whatever demons he's struggling with. I found love for him in that way.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you calling in tonight, brother, man. I know you're driving, so be safe out there, but man, thank you for calling in, letting us know your story. Continue to watch, man, and send those comments, man. I would love to keep hearing what your perspective is, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Yo, y'all do a great job on this network. Mandrell is hilarious, man. He always saying something.
So crazy, right? I'm glad he's making something.
He always getting on people, and then he be like, "I don't know why they don't like me." I'm like, "Really? You just said something."
That man got a healthy laugh too.
He does. All right, man. Well, appreciate you so much, brother, man. Thank you for calling in, my guy.
Man. Love you, brothers, man.
All right, brother. Peace, man. All right, man. So, thank him again for coming in. Appreciate Andre, man. Appreciate him. So then now we're gonna have let's see who is in back here right now. All right, yeah, we got Tez the Fire in the building tonight.
Going on? What's going on?
What's going on, man? Talk to us, brother.
Man, bro. First of all, thank you so much for letting me up, man. Salute to you, Sir Hill, my boy CJ, everybody that's on the panel. Man, I couldn't let this opportunity pass. CJ hit me and was like, "Man, is you gonna come on?" I'm like, "Man, I don't know. I'm doing work around the house trying to get stuff done for my wife." But man, I couldn't let this opportunity pass, man, because I ain't been a father a long time. And I think it's important that that we do these shows, man, that we big up the father. So just to give some background, because I know you was asking about people's father. As far as mine, man, he been in my life since I was born. He grew up in the church. He was a minister, and that's all I knew for the longest time. So my faith in God came from him. Also, my resilience came from him as well. I remember them nights, man, when we didn't have too much to eat or the lights was turned off. Going to the pawn shop was a regular thing. So learning how to adapt, learning how to, make $1 out of 15 cents, as they say. I got it from him. And I tell him, like I talked to him today, and I was asking him, man, I could have put this, I bought a sink. My wife wanted to get a new sink or whatever. And I was telling him, man, I think I could have put that in. He was like, yeah, you could have. But it's so much easier to just pay somebody to do it. But he was one of them guys, or is one of them guys that all he do is work with his hands, man. He's going on 70. He's still outside working every day. So as far as the relationship, it was rocky in my teenage years because, man, I wanted to rebel, man. If you listen to the podcast, like, bro, I was a nerd in school, so I wanted to be with the bad guys. So I just started doing stupid stuff trying to fit in. And I remember him looking at me one day and was like, this ain't gonna get you nowhere. Like, this, what you doing right now is not you. It's only one you. So be the best you that you can be. And that changed me. Ever since then, I just moved differently. I just realized there was only one Ted. So I got to be the best Ted. So I kind of revolted. But once I started finding God and learning what real respect was, honor thy mother and father, I really started looking at them differently. And I started to appreciate once I left, once I started getting out on my own. Oh, man, I called him every day. Man, why you ain't tell me to be with this? Why you ain't tell? But he was telling me, he was showing me, I just wasn't paying attention. So I just want to shout out my father. I appreciate him. Like I said, we have an incredible relationship now. And I'm trying to branch that onto my son, man. So it's it's an amazing thing to be a father. And all the fathers that's on this platform and that's watching now, thank you for what you do. I know you don't hear that a lot, but from one father to another, I appreciate you.
Man, thank you so much, brother. And the and the effect that your daddy had on you, man. And sometimes we do get a little rebellious because we're not where we want to be. And so we take that energy and we put it on other people. And so, man, for you to admit that and take ownership of that, man, thank you for becoming the man that you become, man. And shout out to your father, man. Happy Father's Day to him. Also, happy Father's Day to you because you're a new dad, right?
Yes, sir. My son is what they be doing all these 14 months. The main one.
What?
One. So he 1 year old, man. He a handful, bro. My first child. And I had him in wedlock, and I just wanted to do it the right way, man. I wanted to be the big brother that everybody could look up to. And they might be running me crazy, but I love them to death.
Absolutely. All right, listen,
that's my godson, man.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Bring everybody back in here. So, guys, I want to do something real quick. We have Sir Hale on the. Hold on a second. Wake your ass up. You know, I'm gonna get your ass. Wake your ass up. I'll say, listen, you get on here sleeping. I'm gonna show you ass.
Say something real quick.
Wake your ass up. Okay, listen.
Can I say something real quick, Black Man?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Oh shit.
To all the ladies in the chat and the ones maybe watching this in a later broadcast of it.
Really?
Yeah. When you hear all these goofy ass niggas in the manosphere talking about when you guys make y'all demands about what you want a man to be, what you're looking for in one, don't listen to these dusty niggas in this manosphere talking about men ain't like that. That's not possible. It is possible because I was raised by one. That's it.
Mandrell, you good?
Drops mic.
Man, what?
No, yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, I got you, Mandrell. I got you. All right, listen, guys. So, Sir Hale, I want you to do something for me. It's that time, Doc.
Ladies and gentlemen, this show's getting ready to take a turn.
Absolutely.
Did y'all not hear me, Black Man?
Black Man.
What you say?
No, I said I was raised by one.
No, I heard you. I'm saying no. When you turn the camera off, I will talk about it later. All right, listen. The question at the bottom of the screen: why are black men not celebrated or appreciated? Woo! I'm ready to talk about it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start. I want to go ahead and start with Tommy. Tommy B. Why are we not celebrating or appreciated, especially this time of year, brother? How many Father's Day commercials you seen on TV?
Oh, you already seen my post, dog.
I did.
Hey, Black Man, before Tommy go, can I say something to Tommy?
Yeah,
Tommy, where you been at, man? We've been missing you up in these streets, my brother. What's been going on?
Man, I had some unfortunate shit happen, so I had to kind of disappear for a sec. But no, I think to be honest with you, I don't think it's necessarily a black man thing. I think it's just men in general. We have a thankless job. You know, we do shit that people don't necessarily appreciate. Or I think they more how do you say it? I think they more I can't think of the word right now. But I think they kind of take it for granted. You know, the job the stuff that we actually do. And not only from women, I think from other men. And I say that because one of the funny things that I hear from guys that wasn't raised with their dads, a lot of times I hear, I didn't need them. But then they'll have kids and somehow their kids need them. That is weird to me how that goes. And I've always wondered, look.
Here you go. Here you go.
Here's the Father's Day. Here it comes.
Yeah, man,
what? Here it comes.
I've always wondered, like, you know, how do you know what you didn't need if you ain't have it? You know what I'm saying? And
like KD with Steph Curry, like how you know you need your daddy, bro? That's your daddy, bro.
that ain't none of my business. I just know we got four of them things.
That's
but
it.
yeah,
That's all that matters.
So I've always kind of wondered that with people. I think, you know, because we even talk about You know, even like with the Pac line, you know, even though you was the crack fiend mama, I ain't never heard no verse like that for pop stuff. You feel me?
You're right.
Or even when you know the athletes, which I listen, and I said this on my Facebook and all of this stuff, but shout out to the NBA and ESPN and them because they definitely put them fathers on the TV for
They
these
did.
playoffs for
They
sure,
did.
for sure.
Yeah.
Put them on blast. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hey, blood.
And
chill out.
So yeah, I think it's just I think it's just a you know, as a man, it's just it's a thankless job. You know what I'm saying? It's just we do what we do. We don't necessarily look for anything. Because even when we make the jokes about the gifts, like we joking, but we not. But like I really don't give a fuck and I don't get nothing. You feel me? Like I'm not just sitting here like, you know, sad that I don't get nothing. But it is kind of funny that I ain't seen not one goddamn commercial for us yet. Not a one.
Yeah, no, let me not get something. Let me not get something.
Ain't going for that.
I ain't going for it. I ain't going for it. I'll cut everybody off.
I told them, I said, I think I done seen some Mother's Day commercials for next year, and I still ain't seen one for us this year. Like, goddamn. Shit.
I ain't gonna lie.
But no, I just in general, I think it's just a man thing, you know. Just we kind of just do our thing, and keep it pushing. You know, we don't. I give a perfect example. When you see single dads, you don't see them screaming out for the attention that you see single mothers do. And there ain't no shot at single moms, but that's just real. I don't see single dads on Mother's Day talking about I'm the mom too.
Ooh, we
all
getting
of
there.
this stuff. You feel me? So I just think as a man, naturally we don't necessarily look for that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The accolades and stuff like that. And I think this might be the first generation where, you know, people are kind of seeking that or demanding it, I guess you would say. But yeah, I'll leave it there. I'll let y'all get something.
Now, Hank, you have something to say about in the back chat. So go ahead. Go ahead, Hank.
I was just gonna say somebody need to help mail out. They didn't do it on purpose. Put Juneteenth in the same time as Father's Day weekend. It just when it actually happened. So poor guy.
You didn't know
something else going on in this month too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, championship got one.
The alphabet.
Not that kind of championship.
Is that what they celebrate in San Francisco?
I mean, they over there now. You know, that's the
they are having a summer
liberal town
over
now.
there or something. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Hank.
No, but it's a good day. It's celebrating fathers. I'm just trying to figure out my man Mel. Just trying to help him out a little bit. He might want to research on Juneteenth and what it was all about. I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna get on my man. Just research Juneteenth. That's it.
Sir Hell speaks. Why are men not appreciated? Why they not celebrated, my guy? Why?
So, I just got a question. Are we being cool and calm and collected for the barbershop talk tonight? Or
no?
Man, let's get into it real quick. So it's a couple things. Number one, it's handed down unappreciation. I don't think that a lot of people do it maliciously. I think it's just that we've seen generations of women not do it and then men being shamed into wanting it. And right now, we are the men who are saying, no, listen, if I got to do what I got to do, you're going to respect me and appreciate me. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Sir Hell Speaks. I had to issue a few threats a few years ago. I had to issue some threats. Play with me if you want to. Give me a pair of socks if you want to. Give me some boxer shorts if you want to. Give me some ties if you want to. I dare to give me a screwdriver. I swear on everything I love. So after I issued a few threats, Father's Day has just been magical. So I think it's just a matter of saying, hey, look, I want to be appreciated, because fathers who get appreciated, listen, we'll do anything for our families and for our kids anyway, but that appreciation, it helps cap off some of that stress, because you feel appreciated. So I think we got to make it be known and not say, well, men shouldn't care. Just do your job, man. Do your stuff. No, you are a human. Being appreciated gives you more motivation to do what you're going to do in the first place. So issue some threats.
Mr. Bennett, issue some threats.
A little bit of straightening.
Well, I'm still in the suggestion
wrong with a
stage.
little bit of
My
straightening.
daughters are now old enough where they got jobs, so they got a little money. Because it used to be Father's Day was spent. Where we going to dinner for your Father's Day, Dad? And again, I'm picking up the check at the end of the night.
So you gonna pay for?
so yeah. Well, I'm getting they're getting into it. I'm getting lunch. I'm getting lunch anywhere I want and things of that nature. So it's getting a little bit better. But I agree with a lot of what Tommy said. I think certainly I think as men, I think we in a lot of ways we've been conditioned not to ask for anything. Because I think it's looked at as a sign of weakness or some sort of emotional weakness in ourselves to say, oh, well, I need this or I'm not appreciated enough. For a lot of us, we've been conditioned to say that sounds weak, not to be appreciated in that manner. And then also I think, but at the same time, I also think that the idea of gifts, we talk about the love languages, the 5 love languages and whatnot. And I think for a lot of men, I think really our main love language is respect. It's not a day. You can have the day if you want to. You can have all these holidays if you want to, but just treat me with respect every day. So it's one thing you can give me a Father's Day gift, but then disrespect me the next day or make me feel like I'm less than the next day. Then, who cares about the Old Spice that you gave me? So, so really, I think for a lot of us, I appreciate it if that is something that you need. Yeah, like Eddie Murphy. So I think for a lot of us, I mean, if that's something you need, if gifts is something that stirs your heart, if that's your love language, then fine. But I think for a lot of us, it's just give us respect, just give us that daily, and you never have to thank me. Like I never went into being a father or something where I wanted something from it. I always looked at it as let's say my dad did. Always wanted it. Always looked at it just a responsibility. I think children are a gift from God, but at the same time, I'm a steward over them. So my job is to get them to where God can then take them where they need to be, and I'll get my reward later on. So I've never been, when asked, in fact, they would literally just ask me, "What do you want for your Father's Day?" And it's like honestly, it's like I really don't have much that I'm looking for, but the idea of just being respected, having my voice respected, having a situation in my home where, my wife works cooperatively with me, understanding that my wife puts me first over the kids. That doesn't mean we neglect them, but I've always said that, you always put your spouse ahead of your kids. And so as long as we have that, then I'm good with it mostly. But I think overall, though, I just think we've been conditioned just not to seek that, because to seek that that validation seems like it feels like a sign of weakness. But at the very least, what we could do, and I think Tommy mentioned as well, we can certainly have these forums and places to recognize each other. So I appreciate the fact that we are taking this time to acknowledge and recognize fatherhood and talk about the real, how each person had a different story in relationship with their fathers tonight, and it's all, but it's interesting. Every man on this panel, I think, regardless of our upbringing, we all seem to have the same mind. Whether you're a new father or you have grown kids already or whatever, we all strive to be something different than what our fathers were, or an improvement over what our fathers were. If the dad was at the top, we're trying to top that. And so, I find that in and of itself just amazing. How we can all come from these different places.
Yeah, hold it right there. So thank you so much, Tommy B, for the $5 super chat. Tommy B, I went out. Yeah, I can't do that because I found him a stripper. Tommy B, thank you.
Kitty Granny.
Yeah.
Kitty Granny.
Do it again. Do it again. I missed it. Do it again. I missed it. Please do it.
Wait, hold on. I got y'all give y'all this one.
Black David, I think that was everybody's favorite, man. I'm sorry. There's not one.
Want to make me get back to the gym and get my Hulk mode again.
So wait, but between Security Boss, Sir Hill, and Black Man Unfiltered. That one there is the funniest one out of all.
Man, listen, bro. I thought about Black Man. That's my brother. I thought about
that was the funniest of Black David. That's the funniest of the
I am half the side of that guy. You say that's me? Like,
yeah, no, I'm just that's your childhood dance off. It's when you was a kid.
So y'all be joking me in my childhood dance. I'll be chasing lion. You don't chase lion.
You chasing a lion?
Y'all need to cut it out.
So listen, Black David. I'm sorry, Black David. Go ahead. Why we're not appreciated, Black David? Number one.
Okay, number one is this. We will be not appreciated because the society don't really care about us, period.
I'm trying to eat, Black David. Okay, I'm trying to eat.
Hey, look, I have no control of that. Look, I'm not doing nothing, see? I'm not doing anything. Come on. Go ahead.
All right. I got out of my skin for a while.
Gather your thoughts, man. I'm sorry, bro.
I'll be honest, though. The fact that we are made to be strong, we're built to be focused, it seemed to me that society could care less what happened to us because we're not marketable to them. The way society is built, it's marketable to women. I work in a fashion company, 2 of them, and I watch the fashion corporation. I'm like, really? We don't spend more than what? I don't know, $5,000 on clothes on women. All you can do is max out 2 credit cards, and they make their profit off them. So when they talk about Father's Day, they gave me a sock. I look at the sock, I'm like, you know what? Screw Father's Day. I ain't got time for this holiday. Because every day it's the sock or Happy Father's Day. And I'm like, well, you can do better than this. But when it comes to the Mother's Day, I got to get a this, I got to get a that, I got to get a this. But yet, we kill ourselves. We put ourselves through hell. We make sure we provide. We make sure we protect. If we have to, take a bullet for them. But yet, all we get is the socks. And that's the big video on top of that. Maybe I have to go into a hunter mode and start shooting everybody with bow and now. Like, yeah, come at me with that thing again. But real talk. I put like this. As fathers, we know we are capable of doing what they could care less what we can do, we cannot do. We can't handle the burden because our children are built for that. But for women, they can't handle the pressure we go through. Some of us could go for the point until they drop out, and they could care less. They say it's all about what needs to get done. I'm the same way. If I got to work 3 jobs, I work 3 jobs. Keep it pushing. It is what it is.
All right, thank you, Black David. I appreciate you, brother. All right, let me get Damien in here real quick. Get his perspective real quick. Hold on. One more thing, y'all. All right, let me see.
Play the whole video, man. Do the whole dance when you wave that.
What?
The footwork, man. It's the footwork.
Like a black Buddha.
It's the footwork, CJ. It's the footwork.
Damien, what did you tell tonight, brother?
What's up, Black Man Unfiltered? What's happening?
It's the footwork, CJ.
Them the biggest shorts I ever seen in my life.
Hey, bro,
it was a big shorts. Them some big ass shorts.
Hey, Tommy B, you ain't seen shit, Tommy B.
That's big.
Come on, man. Yo.
She thick with it.
Oh, hey, man.
Oh,
Little people need love too, man.
All right, Damien, man. Welcome to the show, man.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh man.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
bro.
Tommy, you've been missing out in your sabbatical. You missed out on quite a bit, man.
Man.
You missed out on quite a bit, man.
Hey, before I get started, I just got to give a shout out to my fellow Bailey and just say, Warriors.
Come on now, Bailey. Come on.
Y'all get up before
I'm originally from the town, so it's all good.
And see, this minute they running it, rubbing it in. That's all right, you know. We'll get y'all next
but
year.
I mean, like, really, like, people, and this has been like this subject is really one that's like really near and dear to me because I got I just like got in touch with my biological father's side of the family like maybe 4 years ago. You know, I was raised by a stepdad who really stepped up and like really taught me some things. He didn't, you know, he wasn't like the kind of man to like, you know, come to all the school functions and the basketball game. He never like took me out and taught me how to like play baseball, nothing like that. But what he taught me was the value of hard work, you know, protecting your family, your word meaning something. So those are the things that at first I thought I was lacking when I was a kid, like, you know, because I'd see, you know, the ones who did have fathers or father figures that were in their lives, they were like be at basketball games and stuff like that. But he was working. He was a man who went from being a single dude to like marrying a woman with 3 kids and then having another kid with her. And so he had to work a lot. He had to work 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. So that's the kind of thing that I saw growing up. Like, and I didn't really appreciate it till I became a man myself. And then especially when I became a father, that he subconsciously instilled like a work ethic and desire to provide and protect that he didn't, like he said, he didn't do it with words. He didn't say, yeah, son, you have to provide and protect. He just mirrored or he not mirrored. He just, he displayed those traits. And I think if those just inherently got into me. So where I feel like the same way, like I feel like my duty and my pleasure is to provide and protect for my 3 kids, you know? So, and it's funny because like I didn't really start understanding it till I got in my 20s and what have you. And when I got married, we would have conversations and he would just talk to me. I'm like, man, you're a real dude, huh? It's like I was surprised how like he was a like how the similarities we were in as far as how we moved and our expectations out of life and things like that. So, you know, it's a great thing when, you know, we celebrate all types of fathers, you know, stepfathers, biological fathers, you know, co-parenting fathers, whatever. So I really appreciate you doing this show, brother, because I think it's something that's like needs to happen, you know. And you know, if you know, I know I digressed a little bit, but I'm back on the subject of why you think Black men aren't celebrated and appreciated. I think, you know, historically, like the goalposts as far as what we bring to the table has been moved over time. So what I mean by that is, you know, 20, 30 years ago, if you were a Black man, kept your job, provided for your family, you know, provided, protected, and led the family, you know, those were the things that were celebrated. Now, with the, you know, with people having access to like, you know, social media and reality TV, the goalpost has been moved. And so what we provide seems to be inadequate throughout society. If you a bus driver making $80,000 a year and she's on your family or her friends or your whatever are watching reality TV or they on social media and they seeing people making, you know, $500,000 living these fantastic lives.
Yeah,
you looked at as you not stepping up doing your job because their baseline is something that they never would have attained. It's like their baseline is set so high, you're set up to be failing even when you're not. So that's why I think one of the problems is why Black men aren't especially Black fathers aren't appreciated as much as we once were, is because, like I said, it's a moving target now, and it's just hard for us to, because sometimes we don't even know we in this game and we were trying to hit this moving target until you know, the negative connotations come about it, like, oh, you know, oh, you're supposed to be doing more. I'm supposed to have a house already. You're supposed to have this already, or what have you. So that's why I feel like, you know, black men and black fathers aren't celebrated and appreciated.
Hey, black man.
Yo.
I want to jump in right quick. I was gonna say something that you said. I think is a huge reason why, and it's a lot of what we do. It's hard to pinpoint because you don't necessarily sit down and explain how you take care of your family. You more show by your actions.
Right.
And when you do that, like you said, for most of us, we don't even appreciate that until we get older and get in that position. We don't even know what that conversation in that car ride is for. You know what I'm saying? So it's you know, when I think about the stuff that my mom did for me, it was more loud. It was more, oh, you know, she taught me how to cook. You know, she taught me how to clean. Like it's stuff that I can tangibly show. Whereas with my pops, it's like work ethic. You know, I'm summertime, you know, jackhammering and shit. I'm not understanding what that's doing. I'm just mad as fuck because it's hot and I'm on the jackhammer. But seeing it when I get older and seeing the difference in my work ethic versus other people, now I understand it. So a lot of it is because us as dads, a lot of our job is more showing than something that's tangible where you sit down and go, oh, my dad gave me this or my dad did this. It's more, oh, I learned from him because he did this. And then, of course, most of us that got dads know a lot of the shit that they tell us, we rolling our eyes at, and then the shit come true. And you be like, God, like this motherfucking Miss Cleo or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how many situations I'd have been in and been like, damn, he was on the money with that shit. You know, and then you start to learn that as a father when you get your kids and you go, oh, you thought you was gonna get away with that shit? Oh, we been did that. You know, it's just a huge cycle. But I think that what you said was huge. Was a lot of the stuff that we do is not tangible, so it's hard to, I think, appreciate it as much because, like I said, when I'm in that car ride and he had that conversation with me, it's not something I'm really thinking about. Like, oh, he giving me the game. I'm sitting there, to be honest with you, half listening, trying to hear what's on the radio, this, and this, but it's still soaking in. And then later on, when you end up in a situation, that shit comes up, and you go, "Oh, damn, that's what he was talking about."
Man, what trips me out sometimes is, I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to go dovetail Tommy B. Could it almost be like the analogy of like candy to broccoli or something? Like,
yeah,
I've always said, or someone told me a while ago that as far as the role, like what's a maternal role and what's a paternal role, is that the mother or the maternal role protects, but the fatherly role or the paternal role prepares. So in that maternal roles, there's that nurturing, there's like that instant gratification. It's the hugs, it's the presence, it's the you know what they're doing for you emotionally. But what the fathers are doing, or like any teacher for that matter, is what they're doing is they're planting a seed in you that's going to sprout out later on. So you're not going to appreciate it when it's in the ground. You know, it's not tangible. It's not there for you. But moms, a lot of times they try to make things special for you, like your first birthday, your first whatever, and dads be like, you know, they may slide mom the money, but it's really, you know, it's how your mother made you feel when you were younger. That might be why we may have more of a appreciation. But like you said, when we get older, and when dad, you just start hearing dad in your head, be like, oh snap, you know, where'd that come from or whatever.
It's funny.
And so could that also be why there's this lack of appreciation? It's not, I don't necessarily think it's intentional, but it's just, again, it's like eating that broccoli. You know, that broccoli is good. It's going to be good for you, your health long term. But that stuff they give you, the birthday cake and the celebration, the candies, you know, moms, a lot of times they go all out for that stuff. Dads would be like, well, whatever, you know, just buy him the thing or just give him money and he good, you know. But they throw that little extra. So could that be a part of why we may not have that reverence, because we can't appreciate it, especially when we're young? We don't have that appreciation for it like we will when we get older.
I want to put this out to the brothers. Do you think like moms really or mothers don't like really make the kids or understand what the dad role, anything like I have this ongoing thing with my wife. It was like she'd be like, you know, oh, I had to plan this, that, the other, and I was like, well, I made sure that we had the money to pay for it, and I made sure that, you know, that you know, that's the thing. It's like I don't think what happens is
it's the dad's role isn't indicated or isn't expressed in the church. Like when, like, you know, my kid had a birthday and he was like, oh, I thank you for putting his birthday together. And at that point, you know, she was like, it would be I think it'd be beneficial to us as fathers to be like, well, you know, you thank your dad because he made sure that there was money for it, or he made sure this, he did this, that, and the other. I think what it is like, it's I don't think it's enough of that going on, because there's some behind the scenes stuff that,
especially not with money.
Yeah.
Like the money conversation is usually not had. You know, like when it comes to my daughter, like, and I'm different. I'm gonna tell her, you know what I'm saying? Like, she got this, she wanted this big Barbie dream house. I was like, Daddy got to get it. Daddy gonna get it, but Daddy got to work overtime. That thing $250. So, like, it is what it is. I'm gonna tell her.
Like using like a movie analogy, like, you know, when it comes to the Oscars or whatnot, like the actor or the director is always highlighted, but the executive producer is the one who really gets things going.
Yeah.
Those are the money. That's your job, is to get the money together so we can get this project off the ground. But no one, you know, there's no Hollywood Walk of Fame for an executive producer. It just doesn't happen. But they're the ones who get the engine of the machinery going.
Yeah,
I remember, but I think that happens because of this one statement. It takes more than money to raise kids. It takes more than money. They need more than money. Like, be quiet. When you go out here and do this, right? It costs something, and it ain't just the dollars. Like, women think, oh, some mother, and I don't think everybody does this maliciously. It ain't the dollar. It's the time. It's the stress that goes into that. That's why when we take time to do stuff, it's not really about the exchange of dollars. We know what type of work we had to do this. Like, I remember when I used to work at Toys R Us, and when I was a broken dusty. So I was paid like $7.25 an hour, right? So if I had to do something special, I mean, that's a whole nother shift. And you would do little things like that just to make something happen. You know what I mean? And so it's not the money, it's the effort that goes into that. And then the other thing is, a lot of people don't recognize the stress that you don't have to deal with. Like, good fathers make it really easy on mothers. And so it's a level of stuff that they'll never be exposed to. And that's why you see women who get with these dudes who ain't no good, finally get a good dude. That bad experience makes them appreciate a dude more, because sometimes a lot of women who ain't had that experience, they don't appreciate a dude, right? A good dude at first, oftentimes until they experience somebody who's bad. That's just what I've seen.
Hey, Sir Hale, I think you just touched on something though, right? Talking about the money part. Because I think as a culture, we reduce men to money, right? And so because of that, that might be another reason why our fathers aren't appreciated or heralded as much, because we basically look at the best thing they can do is buy you something or put some money in your pocket, which isn't the majority of the time.
Nobody thinks about the ATM machine. Nobody thinks about the ATM machine when they drive off.
Right, exactly.
Right.
The
And the thing
that
is,
we
like
expect
podcast,
from a mother, right? That's something that is consistent and more than likely every day. You expect your mom to cook, right? She's doing that almost every day. You expect her to clean and help you with your homework and all of these different things, and the loves and the nurturing. You know, when you're young and your mama putting Vaseline on your face because it's cold outside, and you know what I'm saying, she tucking you in the bed at night and all these different things. I was just looking at a video where the girl was talking about emotionally unavailable fathers. I was just saying to myself, I hope she ain't dropped these videos for Father's Day. But she was talking about unemotionally available fathers, right? I mean, just that part in itself. Like she said, the dad go to work, he gone, he come home. Y'all might sit at the dinner table and eat dinner together, but then he trying to get to bed because he got to get up and do it all over again, right? Whereas the mom is way more consistent as far as interacting with you every day. And if the father isn't taking you somewhere or buying you something, then it's minimal contact.
Yep.
And so I think that's why you said something the other night that I wish was on the broadcast, because I think it was in the back chat when you said it, was that we have to stop minimizing average working men, right? And stop belittling men that have regular jobs, whether that's a janitor or we said garbage man, but we all realize they actually make pretty decent money, right?
Yeah, government make decent money.
Yeah,
right. But you know, just I mean, anything. I remember you all remember that movie, The Butler, and how his kid was kind of looking at him like, man, you know, this is what you gonna do? You just gonna be a butler? And he like, look, it's a job. It got to be done. I'm good at it. It is what it is. It pays the bills. It pays for the roof over your head, the food in your stomach, right? But even he couldn't look past his dad being the butler and the limitations that provided him, right? So I think the money thing is probably one of the reasons why fathers aren't as heralded as they are, because we know the average black man ain't making a whole lot of money.
And the thing is, like my parents, I would say they had a successful marriage. Like I said, in my family, both sides of it, 9 times out of 10, what separates the family is death. Like the husband dies or the wife dies. They divorce. That ain't really a thing. But I say that to say this: between my mother and father, I don't remember them having one argument over money. Not one. Not one time. And they got married. My mother was what, 19? You know what I'm saying? My daddy was early 20s. Got his bachelor's degree while they were married. Got his master's. All them doggone certifications he got. You know what I'm saying? They built all that from nothing. You know what I'm saying? What they ended up with. And now look, when he died, my mama worked for 2 years just because she wanted to keep her from being in the house alone and bored. That's the only reason why she worked. She worked for 2 years. She was like, screw it. I'm done with this. I'm over this shit. I remember she told me that. And I'm gonna go. She told me, I'm not going to work no more. You're not? Why not? I'm over that shit. I said, okay.
My husband got two jobs.
Like I said,
Chris Rock, mama.
He took care of her. Right, he took care of her in death. You know, when I think about all this shit, and I think about it's hard for me to hear things like what podcast was saying about how his father was. That's hard for me to hear. You know what I'm saying? I don't like hearing that kind of stuff, but it's like, so I think of it and I'm like, damn. I hold it in contrast to my daddy. I'm like, God damn, okay, well, how the hell do you live up to that? How do I live up? Like I said, at his funeral, we could have sold tickets. There were so many people there. People standing outside. It was so full. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, the mayor showed up and spoke. How the hell do I live up to that? And that's why to this day, I told you, he's cast a shadow that I'm not sure even to this day I've stepped out of. I don't know.
Hey, man, Dre, I kind of wanted to hit on a point that you brought up, man. It's similar for me. It's our parents kind of seem parallel with that. Like, my mama never worked. My father always worked. But like, look, I forgot your name. Bro.
Oh, well, they work. Well, the thing is, my mother worked the whole time they were married. But it's just, after he died, he left her so much. It's like,
okay.
Work was an option. Like I said, she worked them 2 years after he died. It was as an option. Like I said, just to keep from being bored in the house alone. But when she had enough work, she's like, wait a minute. It's like it woke up like, hey, I ain't got to work. Fuck this. Like, I remember her saying that. I'm over that shit. You know, and so, but yeah, they worked the whole time they were together, and they never had an argument over money. Not one time. And look at what happened. They were married over 30 years. More over 30 years. I mean, I think it was like 33, 34 years, something like that. I mean, but
see, Mandrell, back then we valued hard work. We valued stuff like that. And if there's an argument about money, it's not the man. It's often a lot of times the woman, because either they want more stuff, and we live life fast. We don't live it slow. We don't build for anything. We want it all right now. And so I think that's one of the major differences. And then too, us men do it too. Like, I don't know what's going on in our culture, but somehow I look at somebody, somebody look at me, I'm earning, $40,000, you get $85,000. I drive a nice car, you driving something, and we do that amongst men now. And I think that amongst men, we got to have a code of conduct that, listen, you're more than what you earn. Now, we're going to push you to do better in terms of what you can do, but we're not going to look down on you because of your profession or your job. That's why I like barbershop talks. Like, I grew up, my big brother really is a barber. Shout out to K Nate. You guys have, some of you guys have seen him. Mm-hmm. One of the things I liked about barbershop is that in a barbershop, you're going to see thugs. You're going to see, guys who are the ladies' man. You're going to see preachers. You're going to see guys with money. When you come into that barbershop, you strip your ego off and you just a man. And I think that men have to be like that as well, that it don't matter what you earn. When we talk, I'm gonna give you a decent level of respect just for the fact that you are a man. I think men could do that. And once we do that, then I think our women follow along as well because we're not judging each other by what we earn. We're judging by character.
Right. And if you go into a barbershop with ladies, if a man goes into a barbershop with ego, they don't last long. He gets stripped. Look, everybody in the barbershop gonna strip all that shit right off. We just gonna join them right on out of there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're gonna strip all that right off. Guys,
I got OG barbers in my joint. They not going for it.
I remember my barbershop in Oakland. We'd have like Raiders and Warriors come in, and they didn't even try to floss or they didn't try to do nothing because they knew that no matter what their status was, they would get shut down real quick up in there.
Man in here.
Yeah, if you know in the barbershop, it's
the barber the man in here.
You're right. You all man in there. There's no ego, but at the same time, it's crazy because it is a melting pot. You got corporate CEOs, you have fishermen, you have guys who own businesses, you got 9-to-5 guys of all types, all these guys from different professions in one area at the same time. And you're talking about whatever, politics, sports. You know what I'm saying? It's just
women. Come on, let's be real. We talking about women.
Yeah, women. Yeah, you joking with somebody's shoes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just all kinds of shit we're talking about in barbershops. And it's like, that is crazy to think about. You know, that's the one place where everything is neutral. Nobody's above anybody else. Everybody's equal. It's just manhood. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And you know where you sit on the pecking order too, you in there.
Yep, you sure do. You can respect the elders, respect the women and children. Like
exactly.
At the barbershop, it was funny. Like the guys would cut hair, but the one who got respecting and like who was the OG was the older man who shined shoes. Yeah. They called him Shoe Shine. Like when he came in and he spoke, I don't care what anybody was talking about. It could be rap music on back then. We used to watch BT when BT was doing his thing, right? You know how the stuff on when OG start talking about something. We shut that music down because he's saying something. And when you left from the barbershop, you didn't just get a haircut. Like your life was changed because you got some information that's going to make your life better. Like some guys came there with marriage problems, left with advice, right? Some guys came there, hey, dude, you overweight. You need to get yourself together. Like you left with more than a haircut. And I think that's what men need. Real men that I see you as a man. What you're doing outside of this is different.
The barbershop is essentially
overweight. They said you fat as hell.
In a lot of should have done.
I mean, that's what's missing now. I think the OGs like really trying to put the game down and really like letting people know, giving advice to the young men coming up, starting to set that foundation of expectations because a lot of them don't have dads, so they need that platform where they can have access to somebody that has that knowledge that's been accumulated over time and experience. Like you said, how the shoe shine used to come in there, they got them respect because they knew he's seen some things. He's been through some things. You don't diss that man because he's shining shoes, but he's got experience that's going to be invaluable.
And you know what? Half those men that are in that barbershop that did that back then, today you would hear this. They doing too much. Now you got to worry about men's feelings. No, when you walked in there, hey, goddamn, well, shit, you ain't gonna be able to see. You ain't able to see your dick in a minute, boy. Damn, your stomach big than a motherfucker. I mean, that's kind of stuff to say to you.
It's the one place where a corporate CEO is the same as a street sweeper.
Yep.
Like what you did and how much money you made does not matter. That's why we're able to, I think that's why we're able to warn women like, okay, some of these corporate CEOs, just because they got all that money, don't make them a strong man. Because we see what they really are.
That's a fact.
Go ahead, Hank. My bad. I ain't mean to step on you.
You good. I'm just bullshitting you, big brother. Brother-in-law, I got nothing but love for you.
No problem.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man, I want to hey. What you say, Hank?
Brother-in-law know I got love for him.
Oh, there's no problem, man. He ain't shit, boy.
Hey, man. I know, right?
I gotta cut out. Hey, I gotta cut out early tonight, guys. I got a full day ahead between my son.
All right, big dog.
So I got a full day. I just want to wish you brothers a happy Father's Day, man. Enjoy y'all weekend, and have a good one, a safe one, and enjoy them babies, man. Love up on them.
Sir.
Appreciate them.
And you, brother.
They show their appreciation to you guys because I'm
sure
y'all deserve it.
Hink, you a good brother, man.
Take it easy, brother.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hey, this time next year, I'll be coming over to you and shoot you how I watch the game.
Watch that fifth ring.
Yeah. Hey, but listen, man.
Mandrell, you're more than welcome to come over too, big bro. We'll have some soup.
You more than welcome. You're more than welcome to come over.
I'm more than welcome to come over. Listen to that. Listen to that.
Smooth operator.
Smooth operator. Hey man, but we love you, man. Hey, happy Father's Day to you too, brother.
Max, take care, brother.
Take it easy, brother.
Take care,
I'm gonna ask the fellas this one last question before we end tonight. How do you feel about mothers being celebrated on Father's Day?
Fuck out of here,
man.
Disrespect.
Here.
He probably
look,
for that, though.
I'll tell you. Look, I say it like this. To me, that's one of the most disrespectful things you can do. It's like you spitting in a father's face. And one of the things I always hear is, where I do the role of a father too, and I always come back. You never doing the role of a father. It ain't number one person that can do that role, and that's the father. And like I said, we take a lot of abuse when it come to this, and that's one. My boy posted something. I bet not see y'all saying Happy Father's Day to mothers.
We do that every year.
And honestly, I'm taking it a little different this year because this the first year, and like I said, my son won 14 months, whatever. But I'm taking it personal because now I'm seeing the sacrifice I had to put in. I'm seeing the time that I have to work 12 hours to make sure that he good, making sure that he got somewhere to lay down comfortably. So now when I hear that, it hit a little different. The disrespect real. So for me, I just say it like this, man. To me, women, we know that y'all have it hard to an extent. But at the same time, you will never have the responsibilities of a father. Like, you will never really know as a father what we go do, what we go through, and what we have to do. Because it's a consistent thing. And just hold off on that. Y'all got your own day. Most of y'all can celebrate it for a month. Give us our time, man. We just want to be celebrated.
It ain't just the women too. You titty sucking ass niggas too with that.
Yep.
Shit.
I'm on.
And
I'm
I'm
on
right
now.
on them niggas status too, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga.
Hey, Tommy.
Straight the fuck
Tommy,
up, nigga.
Tommy, you 100%, man. I'm going full throttle this year, man. As soon as I see it, I'm checking.
Leave me off of Facebook on that shit, nigga. Nah, nigga.
I fell out with a partner
last month, nigga.
I'm different.
With a partner over there, man.
Go ahead, sir.
I fell out with a partner.
Oh no, go ahead, finish fire. Go ahead, CJ.
Well, I said, go ahead. Let them ladies get celebrated. Yeah, let them have their day. But if you're gonna act like a man, don't complain that you don't get one. If you want to be the daddy, don't complain that the daddy ain't there in the life. So if you want that praise, then you get what come with that as well. You want to be a man, don't get upset when you get treated like one. You want to be the daddy, don't get upset when you start looking like one. If you want a man, give men the space to be one. If you want daddy to be there, give that daddy the space to be one. But you're not gonna get up here, get the credit, get the praise. Because if you get that, if something happened to that kid, what you're not gonna be able to say, well, daddy wasn't here, and that's the reason why this kid didn't turn out well. Now, you get the praise, you get the criticism.
Yep.
Big facts.
Yep. And don't get mad when you huck and buck either. Act like a man and you get your ass whooped.
What they need to understand is
that too.
Victor just took a turn.
Yeah,
equal rights, equal lefts.
And we're not advocating violence. It's just a lot of women want their cake and to eat it too. Now I know everybody want their cake and eat it too. I know it's like that, but they want their cake and eat it too. No, you get it. You got to get what comes with it. A lot of mothers want the praise of a father without the responsibility of one, and it does not work that way.
I think
those posts are indicative of like what we've been talking about, the lack of just general respect for black men or men just out doing what they're supposed to be doing. Because even if your man was the worst dude, left you with 5 kids by yourself and you had to struggle, you should say, you know what? I'm celebrating the men who didn't do that, who stayed, who represented, who were in their kids' lives.
I like that.
Because
what about your uncle?
My kids? Yeah, exactly. I want my sons to be those men, those who I'm trying to, So when it's his turn, somebody will be celebrating him. I'm not going to take that away from them because they earn it. My man didn't, or for whatever reason, but the next man has. There's men out there who have earned it.
That's a good one, bro. That's a good one.
Indicative of people not understanding parenting. Like your job as a mom, your natural number one job as a mom is to show your kids the world through a woman's eyes. And your job as a father is to guide your kids through a man's eyes. So it's no fucking way you could do a father's job because you ain't never been a man. It's that simple.
Now, Tommy B, this one of the females right here, that she got a kid, but she says she celebrates Mother's Day and Father's Day. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen.
I told you she looked like daddy. I told you.
Whoa. Okay.
May look like it, but can't fight like one.
You don't know that, Black
You don't know.
Hey, Black David.
You don't know that.
Hey, Black David.
Black
David.
Ain't no Black David.
Like she got withdrawals that have penis holes on the front.
Black David.
She nice shoes though. She nice shoes though.
The shoe was fresh though.
The shoes
with a
hold
not being registered.
Let me bring it.
Let me speak.
Your boy said she was fresh though.
Come on,
she saucy though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That don't mean jack.
Got the chest out.
The shoes are nice.
I'm sorry.
Got the chest out, man. Got the taco. That ain't taco meat.
Dave Chappelle said, "Now that's a man I wouldn't want to fight."
Yeah, right. Let
Look
me
like she
keep
wear
it
drawers
I
with
thought
dick
that was
holes.
taco meat, my boy.
Are those Stacey Adams or Cole Hans?
It was no need to zoom in on this thing. You know who that looked like? Goddamn, what's the buddy name that be on Fight Club?
They look like Booker T from WWE.
Yeah. I think he came over here a couple.
You ain't thinking. You ain't saying Billy the Kid.
Yeah, you know exactly who the hell I was talking about. G.O.D. They don't look like him.
Wow.
Even look, the lips in there.
I ain't saying Billy.
Mandrell, you working out? She come up and slap you on your ass. Say, "Hey, come here, little man."
Sorry, ma'am.
Sorry, sir. See, I'll say sorry, sir. I don't swing that way.
I like his shoes.
Right, like tell me what you say.
Let me try simple clear.
I got a coochie, nigga.
Hold
nigga,
up
right?
a bunch of dice.
Hey, somebody in the comments, handsome young woman.
I'll be like, hey, look, Tommy, she'll say that to me, and I'll be ignorant enough to say, prove it.
Hey, man.
Try to show me.
Oh,
you gotta prove that.
Let me tell you something real quick. New York City, in the gym,
nigga.
I told a couple of dykes who were trying to show off. I told them, if you think you're that strong, sign that waiver. When you sign that waiver, there's no lawsuit. I'm allowed to remove the restraint from myself and go beast mode.
Okay. Black David.
So when I said no,
Black David.
once again, know my background, man. It's not registered. What make you think that's gonna happen?
Man, hey, it doesn't
Calm
matter.
down, Black David. This is the barber shop talk, bro.
I know
your hands may be registered, but her shit may be from the federal government. She may whoop your ass. She gonna whoop that head off your ass. Man, hey, if you get your ass whooped,
she better sit her handsome ass down.
Hold on. No, didn't nobody see the bottom of those Cole Hans? They were smooth. You know how strong you got to be to walk on smooth Cole Hans? Black David, she might give you a run for your money.
Nah, ain't gonna happen. Two African brothers.
She done stomped the hump out of him.
No time soon. You can tell all you want.
The only reason why she beat me was because.
But hey, but I want to tell you. I want to
put a 15-inch crack in the brick wall.
if she roll up on you
and I'll
and
believe
tell me you fighting back.
I got a 40 on me, dog. They said we can't hit them. They ain't say we couldn't shoot them.
Hot fire. Nigga.
We're here live in Oakland, California, where allegedly a YouTuber, Tommy B, has
Ellis shot down.
Deleted a Richard Sherman lookalike.
Man.
Hey, but let somebody
shoot her over the weekend.
On this bitch head.
Hey, Black man, real talk though. I feel some. I don't know if it's sadness for, Like a lot of those kids who grew up that way, like they didn't choose that. That was put in them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I feel sad for them in a lot of areas because they didn't get that from themselves. A lot of them saw that, and that's all they know.
What you mean, being butch? I don't know about that, bro.
No, I'm ready to
talk
fight.
about, like,
I'm about being the mother and the father. That part.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. What they do with their life, so I don't know.
That's just looking for validation. That's all that is.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yo, like I had a conversation with it was a dude I was real cool with. I'm talking about years friendship, right? And he made a post and he was like, I want to say, Happy Father's Day to my mother. This was like 3 or 4 years ago. And this one I was a father for like 2 years. So I was, what I'm saying, I'm really feeling my father self. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you sound stupid, bro. Your mama ain't your daddy. Like, you can tell her Happy Mother's Day, but that ain't her day. This man real deal got offended. The man was like, look, that's what I feel like she is. My daddy went there, he ain't do his bid. I'm like, bro, okay, your dad ain't nothing. But at the end of the day, that ain't her day. And the man, I'm talking about, he jumped in my inbox. Females on his page jumped in my inbox. I'm like, bro, when y'all get done typing your message, my nigga, at the end of the day, that woman ain't no man.
Man, I'm like this. I'll tell any homie of mine, like I'm married, so I ain't got to worry about it. If you ever date a woman and she has that in any one of her social media anywhere,
I'm out
because she will never respect what you do because she thinks she can do it better.
Right.
Neither one of my BMs do it. And one of them.
I like what Princess said. That's me for sure. I shake shit out your ass.
Ain't no better. I'm
shaking like a stripper in him.
I'm tripping.
Man, Tommy, that would be the funniest newscast ever, bro.
Nick tripping. Man, let me get that man. Did you see what? All right.
Allegedly,
hey, I'd be like, hey sis, bag up. Bag up.
I'm talking about even when we be funking, they know better than do some shit like that.
Hey, bro, stop playing me. No, that's how they talk. Hey, stop playing me, cuz.
Listen.
Sis, relax.
Cuz, stop playing me, cuz.
Gonna be some
doing. Hey, CJ, that's what she said. Ain't none of your sister, nigga.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm about to touch your head. Like, I'm about to touch your head. You're right.
Ain't none of your sister, nigga.
I ain't with all that. You like a dude to me, my boy.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Damn. Hey, she bad too. She bad. I ain't even gonna lie.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah. Ma'am, excuse me.
Hold on,
ma'am.
I'm trying to get you some
ma'am, pull
man.
Pull your pants up.
Ma'am. Because I remember
Levi, what's up, man?
Dude, what's up to your guy, Daddy, man?
I used to work with one, bro.
What's up, bro?
And she used to tell it, like she used to tell the dudes, I could have any girl in here I want. And she said, just give me a little time. And bro, she keep her promises, bro. And then the dudes start man, it got real bad. Cause the dude started grabbing on her head, grabbing her titties and stuff. And she was like, man, y'all stop. He was like, man, you still a girl. You still a girl. Bro. Man, they drove her ass.
Get off me, bro.
Get off me, bro.
Hey,
cuz.
I could tell you what some of them just know what I ain't even gonna go there.
Oh
yeah, I about to say this seems to be going.
We skating the line of some kind of like offensive conversation.
I'm gonna let everybody get their final thoughts.
Yeah, we all want to. We don't want them to come up on our jobs the next day and be like, "You said blah 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 on the Black Man Unfiltered." I'm in the HR's office for a minute.
Was Monte Ellis on y'all show that day?
Yeah, come on. Hey, so ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching right now, thank you guys for being here, man, for this Father's Day thing, man. I really want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. We're not saying Happy Father's Day to any women because that's just not how that's built. We're not built to say Happy Father's Day to women. But Happy Father's Day to all the men. Happy Father's Day to all the men that are active, and Happy Father's Day to the men that are trying to be active. And to the men that are not active, come on, get around some men that are doing the work, and so you can do the work as well. I think you become what you are around. And so I want to get final thoughts from everybody on this Father's Day. Let's talk about it. Final thoughts. We'll start with Mr. Bennett first. Mr. Bennett, your final thoughts, my guy. You muted.
You muted, sir.
You muted.
Sorry about that. Thanks again for having me tonight. I find it interesting. You sandwiched me between the Warrior fans for some reason. So
did I?
I did have a question I wanted to ask early on. Now you guys from Oakland. So to my knowledge, is not Oakland still a Raider town? Out of all the sports teams, you got the A's, you got the Warriors and whatnot. You got the Raiders. Even though the Raiders are in Vegas, it's still a Raider town, correct?
All three.
I know it's all three. I'm just saying, but overall, it's Raider. I mean, that's the dominant team, right?
No, it's literally all three.
It's all three. Okay.
I was
Cali
born in
spoiled,
San
man.
Francisco,
Y'all
but
niggas
I just moved to Oakland. So I'm real talk. I'm 49er. I'm a Niner Giant. So.
Okay.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
You know,
I was going to ask, what would
no.
the sentiment be if the Davises ever moved the Raiders to San Francisco? What would the reaction be?
No,
so then why? But you got the Warriors playing in San Francisco and no one says anything. Y'all still saying Warriors.
That
was if the Raiders moved there, you had a problem with it. But you don't have a problem with the Warriors playing
because the Warriors was never the Oakland Warriors. That's why.
Yeah, it was Golden State. Yeah.
So it was.
They can play anywhere in California.
It's okay. So it's shared.
Like with the Giants, the Giants don't go over like that, and the Niners and the Raiders don't go over like that. But like the Sharks, we all mess with the Sharks. It's the only hockey team around. They trash too. Fuck.
All right. Again, congrats again. On the win, and Tommy, I'll had I known you were going to drop a show, I would have came on. I would have congratulated you personally on that.
It's spontaneous, no problem.
But I hope I'll look to be on one soon. We could talk about how Steph Curry, where does he rank in the all-time greats and whatnot. I'd love to have a conversation.
Well, he's in the top 5 now.
For sure.
That's the conversation. I'd love to
have that fire back up, but yeah.
I'd love to have it. But in any event, again, thanks for having this tonight. Thank you for everyone who shared. As I said earlier, what I found amazing about tonight is everybody's story was different. From having the greatest of fathers who were there the whole time, to people who never had their fathers at all, to those who came, into their have a relationship with their fathers later. But every man on this panel just has such a drive to be father, has the qualities and characteristics and desire to be good and great fathers. And I just think that's just a beautiful thing with us, that our circumstances, we don't have to carry the generational curse of the past. You can make a decision at any time that you want to change the arc and trajectory of your family by simply taking on that responsibility. So the fact that so many men have decided to be different and not just be a statistic and to, have families or desire to have families, I think that's just a blessing. And, salute to all you brothers for wanting to do that. One thing we didn't talk about tonight, which, maybe we could talk about on the show, is just we talked about how, the work and the work ethic of fathers isn't as appreciated as was before. But we have seen a change in terms of what a father is, in terms of, we never used to make complaints about it. If a father went out and he had to go and work 2 and 3 jobs, work 60, 70 hours a week or whatever, he didn't go to your basketball games. He didn't coach Little League. He didn't do a lot of that stuff, but he still was respected and revered in his family. But now it's like the father has to be everything. He has to be every game. He has to go to every recital. He has to go to every event. If he misses one, he's a bad father. Because he had to miss one because he had to work late one night. So I definitely think some of this dynamic this might have came out of the Oprah generation. I don't know, but I think certainly the goalpost has changed in terms of what's expected of a father, and I think that needs to change. Like I said, my dad never came to a game, never came to my brother's games. He was a good basketball player, but at the same time, we still have respect for him because, again, what he did and sacrificed for us. And so I think we need to definitely amongst us, we need to change that narrative to, no one should make you feel bad because you had to miss one of many games that's on the schedule because you had to work late one night, and then people give you shade because you're being neglectful. I think we need to get that dynamic out of the conversation, and again, really define again what fatherhood is. And sometimes it's going to be later. So like I said, I'm having the best time as a father now with my grown daughters now. I'm feeling more my role as a father now than when they were smaller, because now I get to really pour in, I get to really mentor them. and it's a beautiful experience. So I'm having my best time as a father now, and so I'm hoping that continues as they go on with their lives, their careers, and get married and all that. So hopefully they will. I'm sorry, I know I'm long stroking, but that's something I would like to pick up in another conversation. How the goalposts in terms of what fatherhood has changed over time, and is that a good thing or bad? I think it's a bad thing, because I think it's doing a disservice to those who sacrifice for us. So, but that's all I have tonight. Happy Father's Day, happy Juneteenth, and in any ways that you celebrate it. But thanks for having me tonight, guys. Appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you for coming, brother. For sure. I appreciate it. Give it up for my guy, Mr. Ben.
I'm just messing with you, Mr. Ben.
All right. Hey, CJ in the building. Come on. Final thoughts, my guy.
Right. 2 minutes. Set the timer.
You're right. After I say it.
Get that man a new camera.
Huh?
All right, go ahead.
That's the Apple. Whatever. But yeah, first of all, I want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers on the panel, man. I want to say Happy Father's Day to my guy, especially Tez Defy, and I love you to my godson. He just brought on camera, Levi. As far as my last message, man, I just want you brothers to continue doing what you're doing. This road of fatherhood I've been on for 7 years. I got a lot of great things to do. I got some mistakes to make. And I just want to give y'all the grace of understanding that we're gonna make mistakes, bro. I made mistakes with my daughter that I have a hard time forgiving myself for, because I'm so hard on myself as a father. But as a father, man, give yourself some grace. Give other fathers some grace. Be a motivating factor to these kids. And let's not forget about people like Black Man Unfiltered, that's football coaches and basketball coaches that do so much for these boys that don't have fathers. So they step into a father figure role. And that's why I'm not against any man being a stepfather, because kids need fathers at the end of the day. So salute to all the stepfathers and the fathers that step into the roles. And I'll leave it at this for the ladies that want to say Happy Father's Day to themselves. Sit your ass down somewhere. Be happy with your Mother's Day. Be happy with every other day that you get, you know what I'm saying, all this praise and adulation. And let us have it, man, because fathers like us, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't finna stop no time soon.
Yes, sir. Give it up for my guy, CJ. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage right now. Not a Memphis fan, not a Dallas fan. They're at home. Not a Celtics fan. They're at home. But the one and the only, Tommy B.
He disappeared.
Oh yeah, that's Pops. You feel me with that warrior thing?
Come on, Pops.
Yeah, you feel me? Shout out to all the real fathers out there that's handling their business. I got like this day kind of messed with me because I got a lot of partners that ain't here that got kids. I recently lost. Hold on. Stop.
Little Tommy podcast coming soon, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts.
So I just recently lost 2 partners, and between them, I think that's like 8 kids. I think between them. A couple years ago, I lost one of my partners the day before Father's Day. He got 2 kids. So yeah, it's kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? When I get to Father's Day and then I start thinking like my partners and shit that, they got kids and shit and they kids got to go through it without them and stuff like that. I think like Black Man said at the beginning of the show, we definitely got to kind of look out and think about those whose fathers then passed away and ain't here no more, and celebrate the ones that's still here, that's holding it down. And to the guys that that take that responsibility on for somebody else, whether it be an uncle, whether it be an uncle or stepdad or cousin or whatever, but whoever steps into that role, a shout out to them because we need that a lot more. And you got to chill. And two, I think I forgot who. I think that was look, chill. I think that's Damien.
Yeah.
I think that was him. He had said something about I think that was you when you said you went to your pops and you had a different experience living with him. I don't know if that was you or if that was somebody else.
Nah, that wasn't me.
That was me.
CJ.
That was me.
Oh, CJ. Okay, yeah. That right there specifically is why I kind of champion that at a certain age these boys need to get sent to their pops. I know a lot of these moms will be against it or whatever, but everybody's always talking about solutions. And one thing that I've always been championing is, once these boys get, 8 to 10 or something like that, send them with their pop. They really, really, really need it. And I think that would help our community immensely. But we got to get these moms to get out of that mentality that, like, damn near
Ding, 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 ding.
You guys
but yeah.
I definitely.
That's about it. But yeah, happy Father's Day to all of y'all gentlemen.
Too, brother.
Yes, sir.
They don't hear, man.
Lil Podcast.
My man.
You stripping over there or something? What you got going on?
No, man. No, I ain't stripping. What's happening? Though?
Okay. What's your final words, my guy? I thought I heard somebody walk in the room say, "Get your ass up there, camera."
Nah, man. If anything, bro, I would just like to say 3 years ago, on Father's Day, June 16th, my cousin was murdered. And he had 2 sons. Well, he has 2 sons. And man, I'm gonna tell you something. This is how I know. It's not this is how I know, but for real, this is an example of how important fathers are. Now, I'm not suggesting that these boys ain't never cried, but I'm talking about at the funeral, neither one of them shed a tear. They were smiling, greeting, and being strong as I've ever seen any 2 kids be at like 10 and 13 years old. And, my cousin was one of the good ones. He went into the military, he was in the Navy, he married his wife, they had 2 kids. He had the bag, you know what I'm saying? And he was that dude. Like, I would argue he was the best of us. And he got taken away from us in cold blood. And I'm talking about them boys as strong as I've ever seen 2 kids be. My cousin had them boys playing basketball all over the country, bro. And they still playing basketball all over the country. You know what I'm saying? And their father's impression on them knowing where they came from, knowing their dad was the man, and some sucker hating ass bitch nigga took him out of this world, it means something. You know what I'm saying? They ain't struggling the way that I'm struggling or that I was struggling. They gonna be all right. And so, they mom is awesome. Shout out to Keish. And she makes sure that her husband and their father's legacy live on. And I just want to say happy Father's Day to my cousin. Rest in peace, bro. And happy Father's Day to everybody, bro.
Happy Father's Day, man.
All right, man. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Good podcast, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get my boy Tez in the building. Tez, give us your final thoughts, my guy.
Yes, sir. Man, so I just want to say, man, shout out to all the fathers. Keep doing our thing, man. We know it's a tough job. It's a unappreciated job, but we need it. Whatever the media tell you, whatever, all these outside sources tell you, man, we the beginning. It start with us, and we gotta take that seriously. to the deadbeat fathers out there, do better, man. I don't care what your situation is. Do what you can to be in your children's life because they need you, whether you believe they do or not. To my boy CJ, I want to give him a shout out, man. This brother done been a incredible example of a father. Before I even had my child, I seen how he was grooming his daughter, how he was showing her the ropes. And it made me want to, man, strive to be the best father I can. So I got to shout my brother out. And big shout out to my own father. So I just leave y'all with this, man. It's important that we keep doing what we doing. It starts with us. We got to stand up regardless of the noise that we hearing. We got to stand up. Women, appreciate us, man. Let us have this day, this weekend, or however you want to do it. You know, let us have this. This our moment. We don't get a lot of them. So thank you so much, you know, Black Man Unfiltered, for letting me come on. You know, big fan of the show. You know that, Sir Hale. You know what's going on. We enjoy you as well. Thank y'all so much. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Salute to y'all.
All right, man. All right. Damien, what do you got to say, man? To the fathers out there and to yeah, go ahead, brother. Say your piece.
Okay, so I just want to say, you know, to the fathers out there who feel like what they're doing and what they're bringing to the family and to their kids are unappreciated. You may not see the results of your wisdom and your efforts right away, but I guarantee you, when those men become men, if you've done what you're supposed to do, that stuff will permeate throughout their whole entire existence, how they get down with their families, how they parent their kids. Because I'm still to this day surprised how some of the things that my stepdad instilled in me, just by being who he was, like affects and directs how I interact with my family and how I strive to protect and provide for my family. So if you're feeling underappreciated, or you're feeling like you're just not getting the accolades that you wish you were, give it some time. I said it definitely comes out in the wash. Well, the appreciation and the recognition will come. And I want to give another shout out to just an underserved segment, just the father figures. You know, if you have stepped up to any young man's or any child's or young woman's life, and you trying to direct them in a path that's going to lead to their greater success and leave them with some jewels of wisdom that they can take throughout their adulthood and they can possibly pass down to their kids, you know, this day is for you as well, you know, because fatherhood takes many shapes and many forms. It's not just the biological father of a child. It's the person who passes on the knowledge and experience for them to be productive, significant members of society. So I want to say happy Father's Day to them. I want to happy Father's Day to all the brothers out on this panel. Y'all some good brothers. And Black Man Unfiltered, it's been a pleasure being a part of this tonight.
Absolutely, man. Make sure you keep, like I said, man, keep coming back, man. Your perspective is definitely wanted here on this platform, brother. So thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a super chat from Keith Jenkins. Keith Jenkins, thank you so much for the $20 super chat, man. It's well appreciated, man. I appreciate you so much, brother, for that super chat tonight. I was having a little internet issue earlier, but I think Susie Q may be ready to do for you. Let's see what Susie Q got for you tonight.
Done finna jump for the shit up top when I speak all cap with the speech till they caught up in the rapture. So out of line with the phrase game. Let's take a break, been a long day. Hit your line with your fall through with the night still.
All right, Susie Q, thank you, man. Hey, Mr. Jenkins, thank you again for the $20 super chat. All right, we got the 5100 podcast with this the $9.99 super chat. All right, man. Hey, for that, I'm gonna go ahead and give you Sister Jenkins. She ain't did Sister Shirley. She ain't did nothing tonight. Come on.
Lady behind behind her killing me.
Man. Hey, you know what? Just for the 5100 being on the platform and still giving a super chat, I'm gonna give him one more. I gotta give you IHOP Running.
Come on, man.
Get in there, 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 get in there.
All right,
CJ killing me, man.
Hey, you know what? And Mandrell, before you come up, I'm gonna give Mandrell what he likes the most. And Mandrell, this is for you. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage right now to
Check out the footwork.
Childhood dance. Now, look at the footwork. Look at the footwork.
Look at the footwork. Look at the footwork now.
Get him.
Hey.
What?
Number one, nobody can dance like this. Number two,
It's probably not bullshit. Let's go,
Buddha. He's still here.
Tommy, check out his footwork, Tommy.
Smooth. Blood getting it.
Buddha.
Hey.
Buddha. Let's go.
Get a beat.
Bring it back.
Here come.
Walk
God,
it down.
Number two, number three, number four, number five. In Nigeria, we dance like this for the lion.
Come on, brother. Save some of the women for the rest of us.
That boy came out with a crowd that night, man.
I mean, see, it's funny with CJ's commentary, man. He is killing me tonight, man.
And just for the hell of it, man, we didn't get Deacon Johnson. Deacon Johnson stepped to the floor.
Let's go. Warm it up. Yeah. That's an old player right there. Look at it.
Yeah. Okay, OG. Come on, man.
Hey.
Put that stank on.
And what they say, and that's why your grandma ain't never late for church.
Yeah. Put the stank on it, man.
We gotta get there. James Brown ain't got nothing on me.
Brown up there, coming in.
Not a damn thing.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least. Last but definitely not least. Hey, where you going? Come here. Hey.
I can show you better than I can tell you. Little mama.
She thick though.
Oh man,
come on now, let's not act like we ain't see that.
She got them cheeks back there.
Come on, man. Come on now.
Come here, baby.
Come on now.
Yeah. Come your big head ass over here.
I'm saying, it's that circumference.
Come your big head ass over here, girl.
Come on now. That's fun side. Y'all don't know nothing about this fun side.
The first time that hey big head text was real.
Right.
Yes, sir. For real.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will not play them anymore. If you send a super chat, I'll play them. But those are the super chat videos, guys. So hey, listen, Sir Hell has some great ones too as well. Sir Hell has some great ones. I got different. Sir Hell said, you know what? He does the ones where there's people that really know how to dance. But I found some old people from in the country that's by the trees. I said, you know what? Let me
They
put them
put
on
stank
here.
on shit.
Yeah, hey, you know what? But y'all didn't commentate on this one though.
That's the potato salad lady.
Dump in the jump for the shit. Up top when I speak, all cap with the speech till they caught up in the rapture. So out of line with the phrase game. Let's take a break, been a long day. Hit your line with your fall through with the light stick.
That's the
Not the
potato
being
salad
gay off
lady.
that thing.
That's a big gay out that thing.
I put raisins
Knock the
in
Robitussin
the
out your
What's that? I
raisins
put
in the potato
Raisins.
raisins in the potato salad.
Oh my god! All right, man. Mandrell, go ahead.
Well, okay. Final thoughts.
Yeah.
Final thoughts, ladies. Please.
Wow.
No matter what your past experiences are, honor your men. There are some fantastic men out there. There really are. Like I said, everything that you imagine a man could be, and then some. I was raised by one. You know what I'm saying? My father was a superhero. You know, everything I wanted to be was him. But at age 6 or 7, I told him one day I want to be just like him. And this is my earliest memory of him. He said, no, be better than me. And for some reason, that stuck with me my whole life.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to join the army at first, because he had joined the army. But guess what I ended up doing? Joining the fucking army. And I went special forces. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, and I wasn't in competition with him, but yeah, being a good man, that's all I've ever wanted to be, and that's all I've ever strived to be. And that's a lifelong pursuit. You got tons of good men on this panel right here. Fantastic fathers. Every father on this panel is a fantastic father. So there are good ones out there that will blow your mind. You know, so ladies, don't give up hope. You know, and don't bash men. Let the fathers have their day because they deserve it. Even though you might have made a mistake, got with the wrong one, doesn't mean that there are some that doesn't mean that there are not some fantastic fathers out there who deserve their due. Let them have it. Okay? Because they've earned it. That's my thoughts.
All right, I appreciate you, man. Last but definitely not least, my brother from another mother. Sir Hill Speaks is in the building. Sir Hill.
My brother was good.
Yeah, what's up with your final thoughts? Wait, before you go, I got something for you.
Get in there. Get in there.
Don't you hold back. Don't you hold back.
Get in there.
Don't you hold back.
I'm going to get in there. Yeah, I'm going to get in there. Yeah, I'm going to get in there. Yeah, I'm going to get in there.
Get in there, Mandrell. Get in there.
Get in there. Get in there.
What in the world?
Hey, but hey, no, for real though, your boy's right. Your boy's right. She thick though.
Hey, take me off camera. Hey, take me off camera for that comment, Black Man. Take me off the full screen.
Wait a minute,
sir. You gotta admit it. Admit it though, sir. You saw it just like the rest of us did.
Bro, her cheeks bigger than her.
CJ, would you date her, CJ?
Get in there. Get in there. Yeah, I'm going to get in there. Yeah, I get in there. You want her to get in there. I want her to get in there.
Hey, Mandrell, get in there.
Hey.
Sir Hill Speaks wants to make it clear that he's not getting up in anything.
But his wife.
Sir Hill, she thick though, man. I mean, you can't blame her, brother. And she my height. It makes it easier for you, man. Admit it, Sir Hill. Come on.
I don't need no biscuits or nothing. I'm gonna tear her ass up.
Walking all the way around the house with that thing.
You hear me? You hear me? On the countertops of it.
Yeah,
Tell me you be doing a show. Tell me you be doing a show. She's sitting on your lap playing with the microphone.
You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah. She gonna be cleaning off the fan and everything. Nigga.
Come here right quick, girl. Let me tell you something.
CJ, you say she gonna be cleaning up the fan?
Look, she ain't coming up short on nothing around here. She gonna be on point.
CJ say he should be cleaning up the fan and everything.
Let me help you up there, baby. Go on, get up there.
Oh, you had one of the baby carriers on his chest, just walking around.
Oh shit! All right.
Sir, I'm sorry, Sir Hill. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
These baby daddies out of control tonight.
Sir Hill has left the building. So to my wife who may be watching this, I want you to know that what you saw tonight is not a testament to any of my desires. I have no desire for this. To those who are watching this tonight, shout out to all the fathers. Keep doing your thing, man. I appreciate all of you guys. I ain't got nothing else left. That's it.
Oh, Sir Hill, man, listen, bro. Before you go, man, I want to give you flowers. I want to tell you that you're a good father, man. And I love you, man. You're like a brother to me. I can't hold it no more. Wait a minute, Sir Al. I appreciate you, man. If you have, hold on. Oh, hey, I got J Speed right here. J Speed, thank you for being on the show, man.
Hey, somebody call J Speed right now. Tell him to get over here right now.
Yeah, J Speed, come on the panel, bro. Drop the link, J Speed. Come on up.
Oh,
go on up here, OG.
We caught you in 4K, man. You caught it 4K. Come on.
Oh my God.
J Speed, come on up here, man. We calling you out.
Oh,
huh?
Now that shit's so funny.
Man. Yeah, with the old man with his feet. It got me as we started stepping.
Bro, it's the hips for me, bro. It's the hips for me, bro. It's the hips.
Look at the hips, girl. Look at the hips.
He is size 10. What is size 13?
You ain't seen shit. Look at me. Hold on. Let me warm it up.
Man, if you ain't got a homie like boy in the white shirt hyping him up,
even Sister Shirley had somebody behind her. But listen, man, bro, y'all, hey man, I swear to God, I appreciate y'all, bro, for real. Man, somebody said that little midget was thick, boy. I damn near fell out this chair, bro. I damn near died, bro. That's ridiculous,
she
man.
Got some cheeks, boy. She got some cheeks on her.
Man, y'all crazy, bro. Hey, so listen,
her
man.
cheeks bigger than she is, cuz.
Man, boy. Hey, CJ, I can just imagine, bro.
You don't want to see what I do with her. She gonna be 3 feet taller.
Oh Lord, her and the baby the same size. Just
yep.
Oh my God, boy, y'all crazy.
They sit at the kids table together.
Oh my God. But listen, man, I appreciate every one of y'all. Damien, please don't hesitate to come back, brother. Man, we here every Friday.
I'm gonna be here. I love it, man.
8:30 Central Standard Time, brother. Thank you for being here, Mr. Bennett. Thank you so much, Lil Short Mandrell, Lil Podcast, the 4-time champ. Sir Hill Speaks, man. Thank everybody that came on the panel and shared their story tonight, man. I appreciate you all, man. I got to get up. I got to work on a Saturday, bro. Damn.
Hey, what happened to the intellectual show tomorrow?
Yeah, that's I got to get everybody's schedule. I know Sir Hill said he's good, but I got to let him know ahead of time, right? And so he's good. Jedi Mike said he is good on his. I talked the information.
What time in the morning you gonna be doing them?
10 Central Standard Time. So he said that's good for him because he's 2 hours behind us, so he gets up early anyway.
All right.
So I know you good. So we got one more person, and then we good to go. Mr. Bennett, Mr. Bennett, I'm talking to Mr. Bennett about it.
Yeah, there's one Saturday
doing,
in July. There's one Saturday in July that I won't be able to make it. That's next month though. So I'll let you know ahead of time.
Yeah, you cool. Yeah, everything good. Everything good. Hey, go ahead, CJ. What you got coming up, brother?
I was just saying tomorrow we doing a tribute to the fathers at 4 p.m. if y'all want to slide through at the 5100 podcast.
I'll definitely do that because I'll be at my son's basketball game tomorrow, so I'll definitely tune in, bro. My son got a tournament tomorrow. All right, brother, man. Well, I appreciate you guys, man. Again, thank you guys for coming on the show, man. And I had a good laugh tonight, bro. Y'all crazy, man. Sir Hill didn't even know what to say, man. I ain't never seen my brother speeches like that, bro. Never, man. Never.
Hey, Sir Hill speak. He was capping too a little bit. I know he's trying to save himself from his wife, but he got to admit, Sir Hill, she thick though, ain't
Thunder cheeks.
Thunder. This trouble with Mandrell. You nasty as hell.
He still ain't answer the question though. He denied though.
He ain't answered the question. He ain't denied it at all, CJ.
Yes, sir. Cheeks on deck. How you don't see that, Sir Hill? Come on, man. You can see him on the front. You can see that thing on the front. What's all that movement back there? What's all that movement back there?
He gonna sneak in the house on some baby clothes.
Oh my God!
Hey, she bounced the little man off of it. Look at that. Little man was getting bounced back. Boom, boom.
That's a lot of ass, man. That ass
sneak in the house with some baby clothes like you babysitting your niece. Oh yeah, I gotta watch my 6-year-old.
Look what Miss Creative said. Thick as cornbread. Thick as cornbread, sir. How do you deny that?
That ass bounced.
Y'all sick.
That ass bounced right off.
Man, Dragon be like, jump up that monkey while I'm laying on it.
That's right.
I'll take you to the playground after this.
Right. Let us swing on the swings.
And y'all gonna have my wife like, oh, so you like a midget now? You like a little bitty now? Now I gotta go fix this.
I can see your wife tying it to the ceiling fan. Hey, sorry, your wife gonna duct tape it to the ceiling fan and turn it
on. Wow, duct tape it to the ceiling fan and
turn it on. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You like little short bitches, huh?
Y'all
ain't right.
I'm saying, hey, Talk Hell is real sweet when she online, boy. Cameras, after she see this, she gonna cut them damn cameras on, Sir Hell.
Oh,
you gonna have something to deal with at the house.
So you don't. Look, she in the chat right now.
This is why I don't come to the barbershop. Y'all always mess the stuff up.
So Sir Hell, you don't want a gallon.
Gotta make sure we send him home okay.
Sir Hell, you want a gallon of milk no more. You want a half of paint. That's fine. Just fine. You and her get in the car. Make sure she got her seatbelt on and get out.
Make sure she got a seatbelt on.
Hey babe, can I get a sandwich? Oh, call Minnie to do it, babe. That's not even what I said. That was Mandrell instigating.
Man, ain't reached the bread.
Y'all go to Chick-fil-A. She get the little chick biscuits.
Right. He goes, Sir Hill. I don't want that. She need a rope to climb in the bed.
Sorry, who wearing all the kids' socks?
Wow.
It's gonna be a rough Father's Day for me this weekend.
You gonna get socks this year? A tie. That's what you gonna get, Sir Hill. That's what you.
I know. Really? I just bought her some damn socks.
Sir Hill, can you imagine? Sir Hill, can you imagine? She just hanging on to the top of the door, waiting you to come in and just jump on your back.
I gotta let you brothers go. All right, I'll see y'all next time.
Hey, we trying to end, man, but Sir Hill won't let us be good. He won't let us be great, man. Oh my God.
Yeah, Jenny Miranda says a stepladder in the bedroom.
Oh, hey, Sir Hill, you better not try to baptize. You'll drown it. You got a bad.
Look at J Speed. Oh shit.
Look at J Speed.
J Speed wrong. J Speed wrong.
Hey, Black Man, play J Speed again. J Speed, Black Man, showed us your video.
Yeah, J Speed, Black Man showed us your video.
He didn't come up.
J Speed says she won't cam up.
Oh shit. Oh, all right, man. Well, let me go, man.
His head gonna be like, I know I just bought the kids some socks.
Oh,
socks gone too.
dude, we gotta have a show where we do a roast, bro. I swear to God, bro, we do, man.
I'm with it. I'm
JSP
cooking. I'm cooking.
JSP got to be here for that.
Oh, absolutely, man.
cooking.
J Speed, much love to you. Hey, happy Father's Day to J Speed and J Speed. While you watching, man. Hey, thank you for taking care of all the fathers that can't take care of themselves over this weekend, brother, and everything that you're doing out there at your crib, man, and taking care of all those people. Bro.
Do this when he cuts people out.
Salute. Oh,
smack the shit out. That's how J Speed taught them motherfuckers. Damn straight.
Oh, hey, look, Lady Hell. Hey, Sir Hell, Lady Hell gonna say, let me try my shoe. She gonna be like, I got it.
All right, I'm done with y'all niggas, man.
Sir, hey, we put some lotion on your ankles. I gotta go. Hey, y'all have a good weekend.
Hey, Black Man and Mandrell, I got y'all. Black Man and Mandrell, I got y'all.
Oh,
you just remember this.
Warrior.
Oh shit.
Oh, Sir Hell,
bro,
would you like to try your shoes?
Come out and play.
Oh my God. All right, man. I'm really finna go. Y'all have a nice night, man. Hey, happy Father's Day to everybody. I'll be reaching out to you, Sir Hell, man, on Sunday, bro.
Nah, don't call me, man. I'm gonna have problems.
I can hear it now. We're here on Fox 4 News where allegedly Sister Hell from West Dallas really tapped into her history and took care of the little mini-me. And Sir Hell speaks more at 10. I gotta go, Sir Hell. I gotta go.
She was driving and
Look,
then put a
they're gonna have pictures. They're gonna have
pictures
of Lady Hell. Lady
brakes.
Hell gonna have her like this by her shirt, just carrying her out the house. Oh, okay, I'm done. Sir Hell, I love you, man. I love you, brother. I really do. I love you. And
didn't have a seatbelt on.
I love you. Talk hell to death. I love you, man. Make sure you.
Right. Let's not get rainbow on us, Jesus.
Make sure you stop and get a. Make sure you stop and get her. Make sure you stop and get her a child seat.
Oh. And when you go to dinner on Father's Day, don't forget the booster seat. I need that too. Okay.
Look,
extra wide because all them
kids. You ready for the kids menu?
Right. Can you see Sir Hell pushing her up to the table?
He'll get some nuggets and macaroni, and don't forget the crayons.
Oh my God!
My baby like crayons.
Yeah, some chicken nuggets and macaroni.
Hell yeah.
No,
my baby an artist. She like to draw.
Yeah, her and Sir Hell stay into it because she ain't big enough to get on the rides at 6
Hold my purse, honey. I'll be right back.
He said we ain't. J Speed said we ain't send the link. The link is down there.
So Hell gonna go get that surgery on y'all ass and fuck y'all up. Get them kneecaps extended. They gonna come back 6.
No, Tommy, I can't stand you, bro.
Sir Hell monologue gonna be this. Guys, have you ever been in love with someone that was so small?
But her impact was so big.
Her impact was so big. And she did everything, and you got these haters out here that won't allow her to be great. It doesn't matter if she's 3 feet. It doesn't matter if she's 2 feet. She's for me. She's for me.
Oh, man.
Now let's go to our callers. Who we got first? I see Mandrell in the back. He not coming up. I see Black Man Unfiltered in the back. He on the floor. He can't come up.
That's exactly what he does too. Like there times I know him first. I know him first. He'll sit there and talk and wait for somebody else to come up. I'm like, yo, okay. That's why I'm gonna come up here and say something crazy.
Look at the private chat.
I'm gonna come up here and say something crazy.
Top Hell don't know what's funny, man. Miss Hell don't know what's funny right now. She can't
see what's in the private chat. She can't see what's in the private chat.
Oh, what you missed? Hold on, let me show you something. Let me show you this. Let me show you this thickness, then we're gonna get out of here.
Let me show you the little boo thing.
This is what we talking about, sir. Lady Hell, let us what you know what you think. Here she go. Hey,
all that ass, that ass, wouldn't it?
Oh, he got hand on that
Look at him. I just want to say that was me before I got saved and before I came to know Jesus.
Ooh. Oh, hey, I can hear Sir Held on his first sermon. Now today's sermon is going to be elevator love because don't matter if she down there, I can elevate her up.
Yeah, I can. No matter if she's down there, I can. You can always elevate her. That's always hope. I can elevate you. I can elevate
got
her.
a real stepchild. That motherfucker.
Wow, a real stepchild. Really?
Oh my God.
CJ.
All right, hey man, I'll put y'all in the back, man. Oh, hold on. We finna go.
Man.
We finna go. Oh my God. Hey y'all, thank y'all for coming to the show tonight, man. We had a blast, man, with the guys. And hopefully everybody out there will have a great time for Father's Day. Again, a shout out to Big J Speed out there, man, that's doing all the work in his home, bringing people in, taking care of them, making sure they get their lives back together. And I know there's a lot of fathers that he's taking care of right now in that home of his. And so thank God for him, man, and everything that he's doing. Shout out to him. Pure blessings out to him. All right. I know we laugh and we joke, but that's a serious thing for our guy, OGJ Speed. Always Sir Hell Speaks. We got who else we got here? CJ, Lil Podcast, Mandrell, everybody that came through, man. Tommy Bede, 4-time champ over there in the OC. Come on. So, man, but again, have a great weekend and a great Father's Day. Celebrate these men. And I better not see one of you bastards giving a Father's Day gift to these females. Peace.